Just a second. Just a second. How dare you? How dare you? Drops of Death, communicate. Cooperate. Hello! Just trying to set this up here because this is one of those games where the music cuts off when I switch to OBS. Hi! Hello, everyone! Okay, good, it popped up. Okay. Aww. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool background music. Hello! Thank you, Nico. I pulled out my pom-poms for this today. The special pom-poms that I never wear anymore. Hello, Rainbow Factory Taylor. Hello, Crystal Ruby. Hello, Someplace Scary. Hello, cats. Thank you so much, Zarabeth. Thank you, Day. You know what, SpongeBob codename? I don't know. I don't know which characters are nice. I'm surprised that almost nobody is playing this. It's got such a cool concept. I'm glad you could watch the stream, Someplace Scary. Hello, Shizuku. Hello, Vanilla Fudge. I saw you guys talking about Cooley and his milk. Oh, it'll be fine, Rainbow Factory Taylor. It's when you're 30 that you gotta start worrying. No, it's good that you got your notebook ready, Zarabeth, because I might need help with some of these clues. Like, yeah, we're here to flirt, but we're also here to solve the mystery. Oh, thank you so much, Fox Animation. I hope you get lots of rest. Thank you so much, Super Lazy Girl. I pulled out my special pom-poms for this. Whew. So I don't want to wait too long because I think this game is going to be kind of long. But this is Drops of Death. This is a game that I think it was very recently released, like maybe a little less than a month ago. And the thing is, one of these four on the title screen is the murderer, but it's randomized and we won't know who it is. But also, we can flirt with someone and romance them, and we don't know if they might be the killer. Now, I'll tell you right now, I've got my eyes on that blonde guy right there. That blonde guy, he's ticking all my boxes. So I don't know if he's gonna turn out to be the murderer. I don't know. Nobody knows. We'll have to solve the mystery. Thank you, SpongeBob codename. These are like attachments. Like, I literally put my own hair into like really small pigtails and I just latched these onto my head. So I could just take these off if things get serious. I think I got these from Amazon, actually. They do wear down pretty quickly. They look kind of crappy. I've had them for years. Oh, is the music louder? I'm talking all loud. Is the music too loud? Is it? Can you still hear my voice? Should I turn the music down a little bit for you guys? Exactly, Miyako. I'm a simp for that blonde guy. I don't even know his name. Oh, Nico, the funny thing about the music from Tentador Leches, it got that video copyright. The music got copyright claimed, so the whole video got copyrighted. I'm disputing it because I don't know. Maybe that'll help. I'm really hoping that none of these like fall off my head. Super Lazy Girl, this game is a murder mystery. For as much as I know, we'll be like solving clues and talking to people, but we can also flirt with some people, and one of these people is the murderer, but it's randomized, so it's never the same person twice. So we can fall in love with someone, but we also gotta solve the mystery, and there is a chance that the person we fall in love with, the blonde guy, I'm going after the blonde guy, could be the murderer. So I don't know if he'll turn out to be the murderer. It could be someone else. You got the sleeping gas from Catnap. Did I play Strayed SpongeBob Codename? Yes, I did. I played You Kill Me Every Time, Yekmet, Strayed, a while ago. I think that took me like 5 videos to do. That game is surprisingly good. I mean, aside from Strayed being a big butt, that was really well made. The art was really well made. The little screenshot ability was really well made. The hint mechanic, where if you really need help, you could use like a little token that you win in the game to like buy a hint for an ending. That was really well made. Yes, Shrub will be starting in just a minute. Detach a pom-pom and throw it at somebody. Frostbite? I have played that too. That's kind of an older video, so you might have to dig around for it, but I played Frostbite, the game with Tate Frost, and I got a friend who like can do a really good deep voice to do Tate's lines for me. It would be crazy if we accidentally romanced the murder Vanilla Fudge. I'm kind of hoping we do. So, cool. Cool. Neat. So you can select your body type. I'm gonna go with body type A. My pronouns are she, her. Ooh. Water splashes as I get into the pool. It's a chilly night, but in here the air is warm and heavy with humidity, and the water is the perfect temperature. That is some nice water. Evidence? What? Oh. Wait, attack? What? The gosh darn achievements just spoiled something. We're about to get attacked? Alright, we were wearing a swimsuit, and that's important. Oh yes, I definitely feel bad for Ren, Rainbow Factory Taylor. The poor baby. I wish he could have a better life, but he seems happy. Okay, SpongeBob. What an honor to have SpongeBob in the chat. Oh no, there's a spider. Don't worry, spiders are more afraid of you than you are of them, unless it's like a brown recluse or something. I wish my apartment had a hot tub, but that'll remain a dream for the foreseeable future. At least the campus... people next door being loud. At least the campus recreation center isn't too far from home. I close my eyes and float in the water. With the air so warm around me, I feel like I could drift away. Right now, this is the sort of relaxation I need. Last week's midterms were awful, and I still have a migraine from the last-minute crunch. I really need to start studying earlier. Just my obnoxious swimmer. People are trying to swim here, you know. Well, so am I. I open my eyes. 3 girls stand in the water next to me. The one in front looks annoyed, her arms crossed, while the other 2 just look embarrassed. Are you talking to me? Oh yeah, I'm Adrian. Who's Adrian? I'm Adrian. Who else would I be talking to? The mouse in your pocket? Am I in your way or something? I glance around and wave my hand at the large pool. You got all this pool, and you're heckling me. I doubt the 3 of you need all this space. We're here to do work, and you're taking up space in the pool just to lounge about in the water. Wow, I managed to run into a swimming pool elitist. I didn't even know those existed. I'm a student here, so I have as much right to use the pool as anyone else does. One of the other swimmers grabs her arm. Come on, Kristen. Just leave her alone. She's not hurting anything. Fine. Yeah, Kristen. Thank you, Team Moon. I don't know. I'm doing my best. I made it this far. Aw, thank you, Cheeseburger. Just liking and subscribing really helps. I do want to try to get to 100,000 subscribers. I think that's possible. I think I can do that. So I got... I'm trying to do my best. If anybody wants to join my live streams, they're welcome to. I don't really know how to advertise myself. I shake my head as the three of them swim to the other end of the pool. That was an argument I did not expect to have today, or ever. One of the three girls sets down a buzzer, then they launch into some sort of stretches. They must be competitive swimmers. My thoughts wander to a girl I knew in high school who was trying to become an Olympic swimmer, but had little motivation. I wonder what she's doing nowadays. I wonder if we're going to meet her. I doubt she made it to the Olympics, but you never know how people might change. Speaking of which, I need to make a change myself. Studying. From now on, I'll be on top of it. Maybe I'll talk to Edwin about getting a study group together. See you later. One of the three regulars I see here at the recreation center says his goodbyes to whoever is still in the locker rooms and walks past the pool towards the front. Everyone is suspicious. Oh no, Nico, Tate Frost is in there? Leave him to me. I probably should do the same. I need to get started on my homework if I plan to turn over a new leaf, and no matter how long I delay, I'll eventually have to brave the cold air. My gaze drifts to the three girls again as they start doing laps. I can swim. I swear I can swim. I just can't float very well. A crash comes from the locker room, then a scuffling sound. Then a scream. What the? I flip upright again to get my head out of the water. The swimmers stop, looking around as if unsure of what they heard, and start swimming for the edge of the pool. What's going on? The girl who yelled at me, Kristen, gets out of the water with her fellow swimmers close behind. Someone emerges from the locker room, and I look up, expecting to hear an explanation of what happened. Uh-oh. Instead, I see a figure in a hooded coat. Evidence! In their hand is a bloody knife. There's a symbol on the bloody knife. I think it's an omega or something. I don't know. Evidence! Kristen doesn't even have time to react. The knife plunges into her stomach. The attacker rips it free with a spray of blood. Oh, shoot! What? The girl who defended me shrieks as the figure advances towards her. This is a stunt, right? Some sort of show. This can't really be happening. Oh no, this is happening! I feel dizzy. The world wobbles around me. Everything feels hazy and unreal. Why did I pick this night to relax in the pool? Why did I decide to stay as long as I did? Why didn't I leave when that girl picked a fight with me? The options run through my mind, all the different paths I could have taken as I watched the scene with growing horror. The third swimmer scrambles out of the pool and tries to run. Oh God! Oh no! Fight? Flight? Freeze? Help? What was it? Was it a scream from Crusader No Remorse? Also, hello, Uggy Stoopy. Fight, flight, freeze. I don't know. I don't know if that changes anything. What should we do? Should we fight, run, or just stand there? I know my response is usually freeze. Zarabeth, what happened was we were in the pool, and the pool was cool, and then there was a girl and some swimmers, and they came to the pool, and they said, get out of my way, and I was like, fine, and then there was a jock, and he was leaving, and then he screamed, and then a guy came out, or a guy or girl, we don't know, they're in a hood and stuff, and they came out with a bloody knife, and then they killed the girl who told us to leave. And they have a knife, and they're stabbing people, and I don't know what we should do. Fight? I don't know if we stand a chance. I'm gonna save first. Can I save? I'm sure with this being the first thing you can choose, that it's not gonna lead to our death. Hello, Phoenix. You just got here. Someone's already been murdered. So fight. We're gonna try to fight him. I don't know what we can do. We're gonna try. I get out of the water and sprint for the attacker, getting in the way before they can reach the third swimmer. The killer's face is obscured, as if they're wearing a mask under the hood. The thought sends a chill through me. Although I have nothing to fight back with, I have the advantage of surprise. I grab the killer's wrist in an attempt to disarm them. Evidence. We grapple at the edge of the pool, and I realize I'm not strong enough to make them drop the knife. They manage to cut me on my arm, but I persist with the fight. Yeah! Yet my efforts have knocked them off balance, thanks to the advantage of surprise. I push against them with all my strength. The killer loses their balance and falls into the pool with a tremendous splash. Yeah! I turn and run. There's no sign of the other swimmer. I hope she managed to get away. All I have to do now is reach the lobby. There should be someone there who can help me at least, if I don't see anyone else along the way. I reach the door and push it open, and then run. This late at night, the place is almost completely empty. I race past the weightlifting room and glance inside, but it's empty. Dang it! I force myself to slow down as I run over the floor's polished tiles, which could be treacherous as the pool area. Oh yeah, you just got out of the pool, all the floors are gonna be slick and wet. Large windows alongside me show it's snowing outside. Ooh, don't tell me I have to run out like this. It'll be just my luck to escape a killer with a knife, only to die from exposure as I run through the snow soaking wet. Aw, man. The thought brings a hysterical giggle to my lips, and I bite it back. That would be rude. I force myself to keep running. I'll take my chances with the snow if I have to, and pray I run into someone along the way. This hallway seems longer than it ever did before. I used to appreciate that our campus had such a nice big recreation center. Not anymore. Behind me, the door opens and heavy footsteps follow. My heart leaps into my throat. Oh God! The footsteps sounds like they're going faster than I am. Aw, man! I quicken my pace to an all-out run. Someone must still be here. But can they even help me? Will they even try? There's a big person with a knife. If I can make it to the front desk, I should have a chance. Someone should be on duty there at all times. Then again, should be doesn't always equal is. They could step out on break without leaving anyone to watch the desk. Ow! I run around the corner and nearly trip. As I grab the wall to steady myself, I glimpse movement in the corner of my eye. The figure's gaining on me. Down the hallway, music faintly reaches us. It must be coming from the yoga studio, but that feels almost as far away as the lobby.
Help me! Help me!
Help! I run towards the yoga room. I have to find someone, preferably a group, although I'm not sure what a group could do. The swimmer's last moments flash through my mind again. My heart's in my throat. I can barely breathe. The door is right in front of me. Are there quick time events in this? If I take a shortcut through here, maybe I can block it from the other side. I put on a burst of energy and throw the door open. The music comes from an old MP3 player in the corner, with no one nearby it. I scan the room for anything I can use. My gaze lands on a basket of thin yoga mats wrapped up in the corner. I lunge for it and slip one of the mats between the door handles. Would that work? I make it just in time. The door strains as the killer pounds on it. It's holding for now, but I don't intend to wait around to find out how long the mat will hold up. Just 2 more hallways to go before I reach the lobby. Thank you, Sour-Beth. I don't know how... We do have an evidence button here. I was wearing this swim cap when the attack happened. While trying to grapple with the killer, they ended up cutting me with their knife. Evidence. At last, I wrench open the door, the sliding door that leads into the lobby. Help! Somebody help, please! The guy at the front desk jumps and peers at me. What's wrong?
Oh.
There. My exhaustion starts to overtake my adrenaline at last. My exhaustion starts to overtake my adrenaline at last. Everything blurs as I stare at him. I can barely catch my breath, and my legs ache from running all this way. It doesn't feel real, but I know the killer is still back there. And the third swimmer, there's still a chance for her. That gives me the jolt I need, filled with determination. At the pool, someone, they killed. Killed? Call for help. He's already reaching for the phone, and the sight fills me with so much relief. I sag and clutch the edge of the lobby desk for support. Might be another survivor. Not sure. Lost track of her. Hopefully she got away. When I hear the sound of someone picking up on the other end, nothing has ever sounded more beautiful. Oof. Day 1, Monday. Alright, we got some good evidence.
And you're sure you couldn't see their face?
Yeah, they were wearing a mask and stuff.
I'm afraid not.
Hello, strawberry champagne.
They were wearing a trench coat with the hood up. I couldn't make out anything else.
Does this sound, can you guys hear the voices okay? I don't know why, in my ear it sounds really low. Should I turn it up some? Or is this a good volume? Mushy mushy, I'm getting murdered, Desu. Also just noticed my big old face is all in the way. I should probably make that a little bit smaller. There. Sounds good? Sounds good? Ooh. Ooh. Alright, alright. Let me know if it sounds too low or sounds too loud or anything. Alright, they were wearing a trench coat with the hood up. It looks like they had a mask. Were they wearing like double masks?
That's about all we got from the security footage as well.
The music sounds a bit overpowering though. Yeah, hopefully that helps. There must be something, right? Something has to give them a clue about who it was.
What about their hands?
I think back, trying to remember the killer's hand. It's a blur, a black blur.
I think they were wearing black gloves.
The detective makes a note of that. It must be disappointing that the killer was wearing gloves, but he shows no reaction to the news. Maybe that was in the security footage, too. Did you know any of the victims?
No.
No, I think they were competitive swimmers. Did you talk to them at that night? Just briefly.
Oh?
What about?
They were yelling at me.
My mind flashes back to our argument in the pool. It was such a silly thing to argue over, and it sends a pang of regret through me, even though that girl was the one who instigated it. Wait a minute. He can't possibly suspect me of being involved, right? Tell him the truth. Why should we lie? No, I have to tell the truth. Even if it makes me look suspicious, lying about it would be worse. I have nothing to hide. We had an argument. One of the girls wanted me to get out of the pool since I was just relaxing in the water, and I refused.
Is everything alright?
What happened? Her friends talked her down. They went to the other side of the pool. Yeah, if we can find the third girl, she could be a witness. I see. He makes a note of that. What about this man? Do you know him? He showed me a headshot from a student ID of a young, toned man. His face doesn't look completely unfamiliar, but not familiar enough for me to even place him.
No.
I'm sorry, I don't. Is that who screamed before we saw the killer? Was he a victim too?
That's fair.
That's fine. Don't worry. Is that guy missing, or is he dead? Did we find a body? Now, I want you to try to answer this as best as you can. Take your time and think about it carefully. Do you know anyone who might want to try to kill you? Strayed? My blood runs cold at his question. You're not saying that the killer was there for me specifically, are you? I'd assumed it was one of two things. Either the killer picked their targets indiscriminately in some sort of rage, and we just happened to be there at the time, or they were targeting the swim team, and I had to be silenced as a potential witness. It didn't occur to me that I might have been a target. I don't have any proof of that. However, we need to keep every possibility in mind, so think carefully and answer the question. No, I can't think of anyone who would want to kill me. I don't have any enemies that I know of. Even saying that out loud feels like something from a movie. What about an ex? Do they have an ex? Bye, Jelly Evie! Thank you for coming! Rainbow Factory Taylor, he knows we were there because I think we were there when the police were called. My last relationship was in high school. It wasn't a bad breakup, but we never talked to each other after that. That was years ago, though. They wouldn't want to try to come back and kill me, right? A coworker, perhaps. I'm not currently working anywhere. A classmate you're on bad terms with, then?
No.
No, I don't know any classmates who have anything against me. I shake my head. I really can't think of anyone. He makes another note. We'll have an officer monitor your apartment for the next few days. Please try to limit your activities outside of your apartment as much as you can, and get home before dark. Lara Giuliano San Pedro, you came just in time. Well, I mean, the murder just kind of happened. Considering it's November, that's easier said than done. It gets dark out pretty early, and I still have classes to attend. If we catch the killer quickly, you won't be in any danger. What if you don't? Let's hope it doesn't come to that. It could be him. It could be him. Killer could be him. He stands up. If you remember anything else, please call.
Thank you.
Thank you, nice man. He escorts me into the lobby. By the way, what was your name again?
Hello?
Detective... I don't know how to pronounce that. Singh? Singh? Hello, La Juliana San Pedro. Thank you for your help, Detective Singh. I think it's Singh. I'm not sure. He looks around. Now, where is Kim? I intended to introduce you to him next. Kim? A psychologist. Talking to him might help, after what you've been through. Yeah, I'm feeling fine right now, but I have a feeling there'll come a point when everything crashes in on me. At least I'm wearing my own clothes again. The police were able to get my things from the locker room for me, so that I could change before the interrogation. Oh.
Nick, there you are. You weren't in your cubicle. I sat there for like 10 minutes waiting.
I do work away from my desk sometimes, you know.
So his first name is Nick, is it? I glance from him to the young woman who came looking for him, and Singh sighs.
Adrian, this is Fawn. She's a junior detective.
Cute.
Not to mention a top-notch true crime blogger.
Hopefully you're not a murderer.
Yes, that too.
Fawn holds out her hand with a huge smile. It's nice to meet you, Adrian. It's nice to meet you. Adrian, was it? That's right. Good to meet you. So, did someone steal your wallet? Or maybe the neighbors got a little too rowdy? Someone tried to kill me.
No.
Someone tried to kill me. Oh. Her smile fades. Sorry. Didn't mean to make light of the situation. It's fine. She was a witness to the murders at the pool last night. I just finished questioning her. She looks at me with wide eyes. Good night, Nico. If you came in last night, you must be starving. Did anyone get you any food? That's fine. Our coffee isn't the best, but it'll at least wake you up. Oh, and we have croissants and muffins in the break room. They're from the bakery across from the new sushi place. If you've ever been there. Coffee and food both sound good at the moment. I'm not sure if I fell asleep last night, or not after the... I'm not sure if I fell asleep or not after the cops arrived. Everything's such a blur. By tonight, this morning will probably have blurred together with the rest, too. I like their muffins. I'll bring you a plate, then. Aww. He walks off briskly towards another room, leaving me alone with Fawn. So you're a student at the university? Yeah, I'm a junior in integrated marketing. Integrated marketing? That sounds fun. That sounds, cool. I took a few courses in creative writing there last year. Oh, yes, you said something about a blog.
Yep.
I run a blog and vlog about, serial killers and unsolved crimes. Oh. I'm branching out into mysteries and the unknown, too. She hands me a glossy business card with a cartoon ghost besides the name and a splatter of blood above her social media handles. Evidence? Fawning for crime. Evidence? Is that evidence? Fawn's business card she gave me when we first met. It's to help promote her side hustle as a crime blogger. Excuse me. That ghost is cute.
Yep.
Evidence? Why would the breakfast that the police... Why is that evidence? Hold on. Why is that evidence? Breakfast? I like breakfast courtesy of Dr. Singh. Why is that evidence? Unless something happens after I eat this breakfast. Detective Singh returns then, carrying a small plate and a cup of coffee. The smell of the coffee reaches me the moment he enters the lobby, and as he gets closer, I see the plate contains a muffin, bagel, and cream cheese. I gotta get some bagels and cream cheese. It's a lot more than I typically have for breakfast, but I can't say I'm not grateful. I accept the plate and sit down at the lobby bench. If you don't mind, I'd like to say a few more things while you eat. I nod and spread the cream cheese on the bagel. Biting into it, it tastes like the most delicious bagel I've ever eaten. I must have been hungrier than I thought. As you know, I'm a homicide detective, and the lead detective on this case, so I'll help make sure you're safe at your apartment. He's a bit young for a homicide detective, isn't he? I don't know how old you have to be to become a detective, but I always pictured homicide detectives as grizzled, hardened veterans. This is only my 3rd year on the force, but this isn't my first homicide case.
Now, Nick, you can't compare a case like this with that last one.
True. The last homicide case I worked on was a jealous ex-boyfriend. Easy enough to track him down and catch him. This one, however... 4 murders in one night by a solo culprit in a public building. It's unheard of in these parts. Lara Juliana, so what happened right now is we were at the pool and there was a murder, and the murderer was wearing like we couldn't see who the murderer is. They were all decked up. They had a mask, they had a hoodie, and yeah, now we're in the police station. That's the long and short of it. Is this a serial killer? A serial killer is someone who murders multiple people, seemingly at random, with victims typically fitting a set profile, and with a notable period of time between murders. We need more evidence before declaring the case to be such. Right now, I would be more concerned about the potential that this is a spree killer. He must notice my blank look, because he lifts his hand and shakes his head.
I apologize.
Apologies. I'm sure the precise terminology doesn't matter as much if you aren't in the business.
Don't be stupid.
Don't put it like that, Nick. Saying you're in the business makes it sound more like you're an assassin than a homicide detective.
He ignores her and continues speaking to me. Regardless of what profile best fits this criminal, it's best to be cautious. After all, even if this was an isolated incident, the culprit might see you as a loose end.
Right.
We'll find them. Don't worry.
Oh, there you are.
Stylish young man.
Ah, Dr. Kim. I was about to go looking for you. This is Adrian.
Hi, I witnessed a murder and I need a psychologist.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Adrian. I'm Kim Tae-young, our resident psychologist.
Hi.
Hi, Kim.
If you feel stressed or anxious, I'd be happy to arrange a time to meet with you. On the other hand, you don't have to. I'll get paid either way.
Ha!
Kim?
I like this guy. I hope he doesn't die.
Kidding.
He clears his throat and adopts a more serious tone.
You might feel okay now, but grief and stress can sneak up on you, especially in cases like this. Trauma has a funny way of showing itself. I highly recommend an appointment.
Why does it still sound like the music is way louder than the voice? The voice is all the way up. Does it sound that way to you guys too? That the voice is as oddly quiet? I don't want to turn down the... Okay, Zara Beth, thank you so much for coming. Be careful with that cardboard. Be careful you don't cut yourself. You might feel... Oh, he said
Perhaps
that.
sometime tomorrow? If you don't like talking, I can just prattle on.
I like Dr. Kim. I hope nothing bad happens to him. At all.
Sure.
I can't tell when he's being serious and when he isn't. Then again, maybe that's a good thing. It might help me relax. Let's see. Anytime after 4 should be fine tomorrow. Great! I'll see you then. Of course, if you have any concerns, I have a few minutes right now. No, not really. Well, there is the matter of my memories. Everything from last night just feels like a blur.
This is natural.
Don't worry. That's normal. Nick, how many bullets did you fire at that domestic dispute call last month?
What?
Our brains are hardwired to protect ourselves. When cops are in the line of fire, sometimes they recall things in perfect detail, and other times they completely mix up events.
Not necessarily.
It's not uncommon for someone to recall shooting 2 bullets, but have 5 missing from their gun. You can't use me as an example when that was over a month ago. Also, the answer is 1. I fired 1 warning shot, exactly as I wrote in my case report. Sure. Anyway, my point is that our brains will try to protect us from traumatizing memories. Can we not trust our own memories? I'll keep that in mind. See you tomorrow, then.
Oh.
Will you be heading home now, Adrian? I thought about it, but I'm not sure I want to be alone for that long. I think I'll go to class instead, try to keep my mind occupied.
That's fair.
Probably for the best. What happens now? Will this be on the news? There's an embargo on reporting specific details about a case like this. It'll be a few days before your name is reported, if that's your concern. He starts to say something else, but then the lobby door opens, and he glances over as a young woman is escorted in. Oh yeah, she's so pretty! She's got purple eyes! Pretty! Oh wait, is that the other girl? Is that the other swimmer? Detective Singh, Natasha Diadrio's here. Very good. You may go. The officer nods, and the newcomer, Natasha, approaches us with an uncertain look.
I was told you need to talk to me about something.
Oh wait, she couldn't be the third person to escape because the murderer was already there, and since the suspect could be any of these people, none of them would have been in that room. Pretty.
Did no one tell you the news?
Well, I suppose...
Suppose it will have to be me then.
The audio is so low I can barely hear it. I don't know if I should read or not. He turns back to me. Here's my number if you need to contact me. I need to take care of something now. He hands me a card with his name and phone number on it, and then he ushers Natasha into the interrogation room. I watch, slightly uneasy, unable to help wondering if she's part of the case.
See ya!
So, you're leaving now? Too bad. I was hoping we could talk more. Be sure to check out my blog if you get a chance.
Ask her about her blog, ask about Detective.
So, what's going on with Natasha?
That girl, Natasha. Do you know who she is?
Nah.
Figured. She taps the side of her chin.
She seemed to be here for an interrogation, though. Maybe she's part of your case.
Huh?
You think so? Well, she could be here for a different case, but I'm not sure what else Nick is working on right now. I'm pretty sure your case has top priority for him. Oh, I see.
When she came in, Singh's mentioned something about her not having been told the news. Maybe she knew the victims.
I give myself a shake. I'd better get to class. Thanks, Fawn. It was nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Thanks. See you around the station sometime. And check out my blog if it catches your interest.
Bye.
I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if I have the heart to read a blog about true crime stories after what just happened last night, but I have to admit, I'm intrigued.
See ya.
Take care. When she's gone, I rub my head. Can I really go to class like nothing happened? I think you should take a day or two. If only I could help. If only I could remember something about the culprit. Anything at all that might help. They had that symbol on their knife. I close my eyes and concentrate on my horrible encounter with the killer. Considering I actually grappled with the killer alongside the pool, you'd think I would have noticed something. Yet it's all a blur in my mind. We were so close, but I can barely remember anything besides the adrenaline I felt in that moment. A pang of regret runs through me when I think about the swimmer who ran away while I fought the killer. According to the police, she was caught and killed like the others. Aww. Lost in thought, the sound of the interrogation room door opening makes me jump.
Have a good day.
If you think of anything that might be useful, no matter how innocuous it seems, please call.
I will. Hi. I straighten up as the girl called Natasha returns to the lobby. It seems like her interrogation was a lot shorter than mine. Our gazes meet, and I freeze. I feel like I should say something. But what?
Hey there.
Your hair is really pretty, and I like the color of your eyes.
What?
Nice weather, huh?
Chat help. How do I talk to girls? I don't know what to say to not be rude. Oh gosh. Okay, Team Moon, you get lots of rest. Thank you, Laura, for the Beelzebub. Bye, Moon. Get some rest. Yeah, all the options do kind of feel like a trap. Alright, so it looks like do you know the victims has the most points. Okay, thank you. Did you know the victims?
Did you know the victims?
The question leaves my lips before I can stop it, and I can feel my eyes widening in horror at how casually I asked. That was probably the most insensitive thing I could have said. Hey, you're right. I think you're right. They all were a trap. No, it's alright. We're not trying to romance her. We're going after that cute blonde guy. Natasha frowns at me and tilts her head.
You. Must be the witness. From the incident last night.
It wasn't you, was it? You weren't the murderer, were you? Could be.
Yes.
I used to practice with those girls.
Oh.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
I should be leaving.
Alright. You do your business, Natasha.
She walks behind me, and I let out a long breath. That was awkward, and now I really need to get going too.
Evidence? Why is my own school ID under evidence?
Staying focused on the professor's lecture on the marketing funnel proves to be impossible. The consequences of being up all night are finally hitting me.
Next to me, my friend Edwin has no trouble typing notes on his laptop the entire time. Of course, he wasn't running for his life last night. Probably. I checked my phone for the time. It's only been 10 minutes? I can feel every second drip by. Every second. The actual murders must have been over half a minute ago. The actual murders must have been over within half a minute, yet it feels like that part lasted forever. Every second replays in my mind. The scream from the locker room. The hooded figure. The knife. The attack. Blood spraying. Me trying to fight this person. When I think about it, it doesn't feel real. It feels like I should be able to go back and change things. Something like this can't have happened. If only I'd realized what was happening when I heard that scream. Could we have all gotten out in time? My thoughts began spiraling out of control. The killer could walk through that door right now. Would I react? Would I be paralyzed and watch the whole situation happen all over again? Would the killer recognize me? Would they ignore the other students and go straight for me, or cut them down first? Aww. Oh geez, yeah, Broccoli Fox, that would be insensitive. Hello, Silver Yumi. We've witnessed the murder, and now we're gathering clues, or we're actually recovering from witnessing the murder. Singh thinks the killer might see me as a loose end, even if I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. There's every chance they'll come after me, afraid I saw too much, and that I, kind of pushed them. Surely they wouldn't attack me in the middle of class, and yet... Alright, for our next class, I want each of you to turn in an example of what you think a specific company's marketing funnel looks like. No copying each other's work now. That's all for today. As class finally breaks up, I look around in a daze. Fears and worries are still crowding my mind.
Earth to Adrian. Earth to Adrian. Hey, what's with you today? Did you spend all night partying or something? I never thought you were the type.
I witnessed a murder. He peers directly into my eyes. His gaze seems so vibrant today. I can't help but feel like my own gaze must be the exact opposite.
Hey, is everything okay?
No.
No.
Not really.
What?
What happened? How do I tell people I witnessed a murder and was nearly killed?
Do you want to get lunch?
Yes. I manage a nod. So I know this guy is on the thumbnail, but that's just a picture I found. I don't know if he's going to be the murderer. The murder is randomized if you're just joining us. This game is a murder mystery where the murderer could be anybody and you can flirt with anybody, but you might end up flirting with the murderer. So I don't know if we're gonna flirt with the murderer. I don't know who the murderer is. We're just doing our best. Edwin takes me to a popular restaurant downtown. We don't go here often, but I can tell that choosing this place is his subtle way of saying it's on me. He hasn't pressed me anymore about what happened, but it's clear he can tell something's wrong. We sit down, and a waitress takes our drink order, and Edwin looks at me. So, do you want to talk about it? I exhale slowly. I don't even know where to begin.
Are you okay?
Did something happen? That's one way of putting it. Last night, I went to the rec center and spent some time relaxing in the pool, and there was a fight in the locker room or something. Someone came out with a knife.
Wait, what?
The swimmers who were there with me, they got stabbed, killed. I made it to the lobby and called the cops. Spent the night in the police station. Edwin stares at me, his mouth open in shock. You... what? This isn't some sort of joke, is it? Does this look like the face of someone who's joking? I shake my head.
Seriously?
I wouldn't joke about something like this. He grabs one of the rolls and tears it. When I asked if something was wrong, I thought you'd say your dog had died or there was a family emergency or something like that. Not this.
Yeah.
I swallow hard.
You can see why I'm a little distracted today.
Did they catch the person who did it?
I shake my head.
Wait, what?
The killer must have left through another entrance. The police are looking for clues, but there isn't a lot to go on.
But you were there. You saw them.
To be honest, I couldn't make out much about them. They were wearing a coat with the hood up, and they had gloves on. I can't even say for sure if it was a man or a woman.
I shiver at the memory. What? We know it's someone who would be able to fight me.
Edwin looks away.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to bring up bad memories.
It's fine.
While the rest of the restaurant is lively, our table falls silent. I look out the window. Outside, the snow from last night still lingers on bushes and street lamps. Everything looks so fresh and beautiful, yet now I can't help but imagine that white snow stained red with blood. I've got to stop thinking things like this. Is my tea cool enough? Ooh, tea. We've got a lot of evidence, but it's not really pointing to anything. Ow. Ooh, hot tea. I'm surprised you still came to class. He takes a sip of his drink. If it were me, I'd still be in my room in the fraternity with the door locked. I couldn't skip class, or that's just as dangerous. Yeah, that seems dangerous too.
No.
That's just as dangerous.
You mean because the killer could go after you and find a way inside the room, and then you'd be all alone?
Well, I meant because being left alone with your thoughts after something like that could be just as dangerous as a knife. But thank you for that lovely thought.
I'm sorry.
Looks like I've got another sleepless night waiting for me.
Will you be safe at your apartment?
I should be. The police will be monitoring the area for at least the next week.
A week? Think it'll take that long to find the killer?
Who knows?
I wish there was more I could do to help.
I could bunk with you.
He sets down his drink and fixes me with a serious look. I don't really know what you're going through right now, but you're one of my closest friends. If you need anything or want to talk to anyone, just say the word.
Thank you.
How about it?
And if there's anything I can do to help you feel safe, if you want to stay over for a couple nights, or if you want to crash at the fraternity for a while.
Is that even allowed? Is it?
No, but that's exactly why it's the last place the killer would look. That's a good idea. I think Detective Singh would have a thing or two to say about that.
Thanks, Edwin. I think I'll be fine for now, but I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
You're not the murderer, are you, Adrian? I go back to staring out the window as I enjoy my drink. Everywhere I look, people are going about their daily business. They bustle into restaurants to get out of the cold or grab lunch. Some carry bags, probably filled with Christmas presents. Then I spot someone familiar on the sidewalk. Isn't that Natasha? Stay and eat with Edwin? Edwin. I turn away from the window and give my head a shake in the hopes of clearing out these strange thoughts. Natasha and I barely know each other. Our conversation this morning was awkward enough. Thought I heard something from my door. Besides, I probably should avoid anyone connected to the crime until they catch the killer. That sends my thoughts spiraling down a whole new dark path. What if she's the killer? Should I be worried that she's right outside? Is it really just a coincidence that we'd both be here? So, wait a minute. In the evidence, that should be evidence that Natasha knew the girls. She knew the girls, and one of them was kind of snippy, so maybe one of them was snippy with Natasha, and she has a connection to the victims. No, well, I guess we'll see when we get more evidence. Earth to Adrian. Am I losing you again? I jump. Sorry about that. I saw someone I recognized outside. She was at the station this precinct? I don't know if that's a mistake or not. She was at the station precinct this morning for questioning. About the incident last night? Yeah, she knew the victims.
Be careful.
You should probably stay away from her for now. I nod and take another drink. Why is she here? It's probably just a coincidence. This isn't that big of an area after all. It's not too weird to run into someone from campus.
I don't know.
I guess so. I hope we're both just being paranoid right now. Are you sure you'll feel safe at your apartment? No, Adrian, you should totally come with me. Well, I don't know, Broccoli Fox. Most of the evidence points that someone definitely got murdered, but I don't know what my swim cap has to do with it. Exactly, Silver Yumi. They shouldn't just... I mean, this is, I think, a college, so they don't really care about your health. Exactly, so Adrian is like a tall glass of water. I just love moisture. He's one of the reasons I wanted to play this game. Oh no, I have a type. Nico, nothing really has happened. Poor Adrian's really going through it, and this is our friend, our school friend and mate, Adrian, who I'm going to pursue. Yeah, Adrian kinda does have the dude version of our haircut. Or, the other guy. This guy. I'll be fine. Under his worried look, I sigh. If you want to help, you can drive me home after we eat.
Great.
Edwin. His name is Edwin. I don't think he built any mimics, though. Just don't get so caught up worrying about me that you forget about the assignment. Me? I should be saying that to you. I shouldn't be doing no assignment, because I witnessed a murder, and I'm all messed up now. Please, I could do a marketing funnel in my sleep. What's a marketing funnel? Perfect. Then you can do mine while you're napping. In your dreams. We actually could work together pretty easily if we wanted to. Restaurants probably use pretty similar marketing strategies. If we did one on a generic restaurant and then changed the names and a few details, I bet no one would even know. Sneaky.
How about it?
What do you say? I call dibs on this place. A few minutes later, we've each worked out a marketing funnel, and our food has arrived. Easy as pie. Oh, I'd like some pie. And much more boring. Maybe you'll get a job at a place that wants to differentiate their marketing plan. If I do, it won't be around here. I'm not sure what I was expecting when I came here, but it wasn't this. Ooh, my tea. I would like some tea, but my tea is too hot and I can't drink it because it's too hot. Ooh, hot tea. I nod. Edwin comes from out of state, and since his father is an alum, I moved here from a few cities away. but even I can agree that this isn't exactly the most happening town around. At least there's always something happening on campus. Something. My mind flashes back to the pool, and I drag my thoughts away from that with difficulty, forcing myself to keep talking. I mean, it's not just something you should sweep under the rug. Surely your fraternity has stuff going on. Stuff? That's a good word for it. We're one of the more formal fraternities, but I swear they have keg stands bi-weekly. There must be more than that.
Whatever.
There are the trips, I guess. Going off to Europe or the Congo or Brazil. I want to go to Brazil. I've gone on a few trips with them, but between senior year coming up and this internship, I haven't been able to recently. Because you've been planning murders, maybe? Now that's the hard life, only being able to take international vacations a couple times a year. He laughs. Alright, maybe that didn't come across quite the way I meant it. I'm just saying, it's not as thrilling as you might think. I have a lot more fun when we're together. Oh, Edwin. Sleepy bug! We're having lots of fun, gathering evidence and trying to solve the mystery. And flirting with Edwin. Yes, I brought out the puffs for this one. Hi, Sleepy Bug. Flatterer, you must want something.
What?
I'm serious. We should hang out more often. I mean, maybe if I'd been with you last night. What do you mean, Edwin? He trails off, and I look away. How's the internship going? It's the most forced way to change the subject I can think of, but Edwin doesn't comment on it. He takes a bite of his salad and considers the question. Yep, we're playing a whodunit. So Sleepy Bug, this game is Drops of Death, and we've met, I think there's 4 characters. So we've witnessed a murder, a dude or dudette who was completely covered up from head to toe, came into the pool room, stabbed a bunch of people, and we witnessed it, and they almost stabbed us, and they got away. And we don't know who the murderer is, but the thing about this game is the murderer is randomized. So out of the 4 characters, Edwin here, Pretty Natasha, Fawn, and the detective, any of them could be the murderer, and it's randomized on who the murderer is. But also, we can flirt with any of these 4 characters, and there is a chance that we might be flirting with the character who turns out to be the murderer. I don't know what's gonna happen. So that's what this game is. But the evidence we've gathered isn't really conclusive. Like, yeah, we were wearing a swim cap, and we got a business card. I guess we're gonna get a bunch of evidence, and maybe like Phoenix Wright, we'll have to present it at some point. But it's fine. Well, thank you for that insightful commentary to keep the conversation going. I wish I could find a good internship around here, especially one with pay. Weren't you at some insurance company for a while? Yeah, but they never let me near any actual marketing stuff. I was just running errands and looking over basic material I'd already learned in marketing and management. What's even the point of an internship if it's going to be like that? Oof. Sounds rough. It was a recommendation, too. I'll lay 10 to 1 odds the professor who suggested it knows someone at the company. After all, you know what they say. It's not what you know, it's who you know? Yeah, exactly. Yet here we are, paying good money to study. That's where you're wrong. We're paying good money for the chance to make connections. Networking, you know? Sure, a degree is important, but we could learn marketing online if we wanted to. I could make connections online if I wanted to, too. That's not the same thing. Yeah, you gotta go out. You gotta leave your house. You gotta go out and
talk to real people in the real world.
Isn't it? I met a girl today who runs a blog. She gave me a business card and everything. Online networking is the way of the future.
Come on, you can't compare a random blog to something like this.
If you say so.
Think of it like this. You've already paid them, so you should go to as many events as you can to get as much out of it as possible. Yeah, it was like that when I went to college.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
There's going to be a winter festival soon, for example. If you'd like to go to that, I'd be happy to take you.
Yes. We'll see.
So you talk about wanting to get your money's worth, but when it comes down to it, you're not exactly interested in going to events. Is that it?
More like I'll be waiting to see if there's still a killer on the loose.
Yeah, we still gotta worry about that. I'll be there with you. What? Don't you think I could keep you safe?
Huh?
Besides, you don't even know if the killer's after you. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you didn't see
What
anything.
are you talking about?
You know that, and I know that, but the killer might not know that. Unless he is the killer. Edwin sighs. There's no point in speculating about it now, I guess. We'll see when the time comes. The waitress brings our bill to the table, and Edwin pays. Once he signs the check, he looks up at me. Ready to go?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks again.
Don't mention it. Anytime you want to go out, even if it's just to even if it's just to keep your mind off of things, just say the word.
Oh, Edwin.
You're such a good guy. I'll be right back. This is not a break. I'm just going to check if Daisy wants to come inside. I'll be right back. And I also might grab a brownie. I totally didn't just run up and down the stairs. No, Nico, I didn't take your cookie, but I went and got myself a brownie. Daisy was outside, and I wanted to see if she wanted to come back in. I also grabbed a brownie. Did I take your cookie? No. Sorry, I really wanted them brownies. I was thinking about them brownies. I had to get them. Sorry I'm eating the last of the brownies, but I'll bake some more. I remembered looking at the box this time. They're Betty Crocker, fudge, not fudge brownies, but like brownies that's got the chocolate chips in them. Daisy is also having her lunch, so I don't know if she's gonna come up here. She might just fall back asleep. Hanging out with Edwin. Edwin parks just outside my apartment building. He peers out the window at the building with a worried frown. Are you sure you'll be alright here? Come on, quit it. At this rate, you'll make me even more paranoid than I already am. With a killer out to get you, a little paranoia might not be such a bad thing. You need a key to get into the building, so unless someone else let the killer in, there's nothing to worry about. Aha. And have you seen how often people walking into a building like this helpfully holds the door open for the random stranger behind them? Yeah, don't do that. Even so, there's no way they could get into my apartment without a key, so I'll be perfectly fine, as long as the killer isn't waiting in the hallway to jump out at me as I pass. He rubs his forehead. I can't believe this is happening. And then she starts screaming at me. Daisy! Why is she screaming? Look, I'll wait out here just in case. Wave to me once you get into your apartment so I know you made it in, all right? Edwin's such a good boy. All right. I ate all the brownies. Double from Binary Star Hero, Oh, I can't wait to play more of Concrete Parasite's games. They made Binary Star Hero and Favor. No one is waiting in the halls to jump out at me, so despite a harrowing journey up the stairs due to my Edwin-induced paranoia, I make it into my apartment to the front door, where I see today's paper sitting at my door. Evidence. Now there's something in my eye. I pick it up and sigh at the massive headline on the front page. Murder at University Pool. Murderer still at large.
Oh.
Great. I make my way into my apartment. You know, Edwin has a point. Like the famous quote goes, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they aren't after you. Daisy! I don't know if you can hear it. Daisy is screaming. Daisy! Daisy! Daisy butt! Ma'am, what are you screaming for? What do you want? Well, come here. Come here. Well, come here. Come here. And then she just stares at me. I don't know if Daisy will be making an appearance. She hates when I pick her up. Alright. You know Edwin has a point. Like the famous quote goes, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they aren't after you. And when you have a legitimate reason to think someone is out to get you, it pays to be cautious. I walk to the window and look out. Edwin is still parked down below, so I wave. Ma'am. Come here. Fine. She turns her head. Not too late, Selena Dardois. Not too late. We still witnessed a murder. We're gathering evidence to find out who the murderer is. Spent some time with Edwin. What? I walk to the window and look out. Edwin is still parked down below, so I wave. He waves back,
and a moment later I hear the engine start up. Come to think of it, what was the plan if I didn't wave? He'd wait a few minutes and then come in after me? I exhale slowly and walk through the apartment to check each room, just in case. Usually, it's nice having the place all to myself. But just this once, I wish my roommate was here. The quiet stillness of the apartment feels staggering, yet each little noise plays on my nerves. Yeah. Ma'am. The sharp ringing of my phone cuts through the silence, and I nearly jump out of my skin. Was that my ringtone? Heart hammering, I take a breath to compose myself and answer the phone.
Hello?
Hello?
It's me, Dr. Singh. You know, the detective from this morning.
How bad does he think my memory is? I remember you.
Is everything all right?
Did something happen? You sound like you're out of breath.
The phone ringing just gave me a start, that's all.
I apologize.
Oh, sorry about that. I just thought I'd call to make sure everything is all right and let you know that the officers watching the apartment building will be changing shifts soon.
All right, thank you. I didn't even notice the surveillance when we drove up. I walk to the window and look out again. It takes a bit of scanning, but this time I notice the police car parked nearby.
Any leads? What, since this morning?
Sometimes these things are wrapped up pretty quickly, aren't they?
Unfortunately.
Maybe so, but not this time. I'm not supposed to tell you anything about the case either.
But I was...
This stuff needs to be kept secret, even from the primary witness.
Fine.
That is pretty funny, Silver Yumi. Straight is my nemesis, and Double is Sleepy Bug's nemesis. We're gonna tag team the both of them.
I see. Oh, hello, ma'am.
What I can tell you is that we don't have anyone who can provide more information than you did about the killer's identity. The mix of victims is puzzling as well.
Is it possible that the guy in the locker room was the main target and the rest of us were targeted as potential witnesses?
We're pursuing that as a potential lead, although at this point it seems unlikely. It certainly appears premeditated. No matter who the primary target was, the killer went to the pool that day specifically to kill someone.
His casual delivery of something so chilling makes me shiver. I see.
I apologize.
I apologize if that was harsh.
No, it's fine. It's hard to believe a killer like that is still out there.
Before I let you go, there is one last thing I need to know. Where is your roommate? The officers monitoring your place should be given a description of your roommate so they'll know who to look for and not raise an alarm.
No.
She doesn't stay here much, to be honest. She's graduating this semester, so she only is taking a couple of classes. She has short red hair and drives a black car, but I doubt she'll be back any time this week. So I'm still in here alone?
I see. I'll pass along that description regardless. Now, I think that about covers it, unless there's something else you need.
No, but thank you again for all of your
I'll
help.
talk to you soon.
I'm just doing my job. Try to get some sleep tonight. You're in good hands.
Thank you.
All right, if you guys say so. Thank you for coming, Lara. I'll see you later. No, Sleepy Bug, not straight ex-espoir, the ultimate enemies to lovers, even though that would be the ultimate enemies to lovers. I gotta say, that last game made me hate him a lot less. Oh yeah, definitely check out Sleepy Bug's channel too. It's very, very nice. Very cozy. Very funny. I will not fall in love with Straight. I will not. I hang up the phone and let out a long breath. If nothing else, at least Singh's call reassured me that I'm safe in my own apartment. When the phone rings again, it doesn't startle me quite as much. There's no number displayed, but sometimes that happens. It's probably Edwin feeling paranoid again. I answer the phone. Adrian. Oh no! The voice on the other end is garbled, as though it's being distorted in some way. I freeze. Remember, dead men tell no tales. Evidence! Somebody watched Treasure Island or something. The line goes dead. I stand there for a long moment, holding the phone before I finally set it down. Oh, come on! I sink slowly onto the couch. Suddenly, our earlier paranoia doesn't seem at all unfounded. They gonna get me! I'm gonna be gotten! I would not mind if someone made fan art. If someone made fan art of me and Straight, I would not mind that. As long as I'm, like, punching him in the face or something. Miss Baby? Daisy? Oh, okay. Daisy likes to stand guard outside my door when I'm recording. She doesn't come in, she just, like, watches the door. Clark, you're up. I can barely focus on our classmate as our classmate walks to the front of the lecture hall and starts up his slideshow presentation on a food delivery service. Paying attention to presentations like this is difficult at the best of times, but it's especially bad today. This is the third one, and my attention has gradually slipped more and more. They should take a vacation, but then again, college waits for no one, I guess. Things were fine this morning when I arrived on campus. I chatted with Edwin like things were normal, and even made plans for a study session with some other friends once our classes are done for today. Everything was starting to feel normal, but now it's hitting me all over again. I keep hearing that message from the phone call over and over again. Dead men tell no tales. Dead men tell no tales. Dead men tell no tales. All right, you watched the Muppets Treasure Island. You get it. Oh wait, do they even say that in Treasure Island? The meaning is obvious enough. Don't talk, or I'll be the one to die next. Or, more ominously, the killer will silence me to ensure I can't talk. Well, how do you know I'm not a zombie? How do you know I'm not a entity that hops from visual novel to visual novel and cannot be killed? But if they were going to murder me no matter what, there would be no reason to send a warning message, right? Unless that's not actually the killer. But I don't know anything. I can't be a threat to the killer when I didn't see anything in the first place. That thought isn't as comforting as it should be. From time to time, Edwin glances over at me in concern. I tap my pencil against my desk and try to silently run through the presentation I'll be giving soon enough. And that's how they might leverage these tactics to target new audiences in the future without losing their established base. Everyone claps, and I belatedly join in. Riley, you're next. Who are you? Riley walks to the front, and I manage to drag my thoughts back to the present. Riley has been our friend for 2 years now. I owe it to him to pay attention, even though I know this will be hard to watch. He's nice, but he's terrible at public speaking of any kind. Aww. Marketing is only his minor, but that still means he needs to take these classes and do these presentations.
Whatever he intends to use his computer science degree for, he probably should just hire someone to handle the marketing end of things for him because, well, I'd like to talk about, He shuffles through his notes and nearly drops them. Oh! As if abruptly realizing his slideshow isn't on the screen yet, he picks up the remote and nearly drops that as well before he finally manages to bring up a slide with a bare-bones list of points. Aww. He finally begins his presentation, but his voice barely rises above a murmur as he rambles on. This definitely isn't your area of expertise, Riley. Poor Riley. Still, I managed to stay focused on the painful ordeal for his sake and clap politely once he's done. Adrian. It's me. All right, I can do this. I just need to stay focused. I walk to the front of the lecture hall and pace while waiting for my presentation to load. This only has to be 5 minutes long, so it shouldn't be too bad. I know my stuff, too. Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. They said that, too. I could have sworn it was... Or maybe I'm thinking of the song that plays in the Disney ride of Pirates of the Caribbean. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. And they say dead men tell no tales. But I could have sworn I heard it in Treasure Island. The lecture hall is crowded with students. Some are looking at me, some are playing with their phones, and some have their faces hidden behind their laptops. At least 2 look like they're sleeping instead of paying attention to anything. A perfectly normal scene. Just like the pool was, right until it happened. The world spins around me. My head pounds. A wave of nausea rolls over me. Maybe I should sit down. Adrian, are you ready? I feel like I'm going to be sick. If you're not feeling well, you can give the presentation while sitting down. Thanks. That's a good idea. I grab a chair and sit down, then let out a slow breath. Edwin and Riley are both watching me with concern. Sitting helps, in as much as I don't think I could stand now if I tried. I put my head in one hand and focus on breathing. At this rate, at least Riley won't have the most embarrassing presentation here. Aww. A hysterical giggle threatens to escape me, and I bite it back with difficulty. Adrian, is everything all right? I witnessed a murder. How can you ask that? Nothing will ever be all right again. The killer could walk in right now. Dead men tell no tales. My stomach lurches, and I force myself to my feet. I'm not feeling well, excuse me. I hurry out of the classroom. Outside, I rest my head back against the cool wall. That helps, but only moderately. Paranoia creeps through me. That standing alone in the hallway between classes is... Yeah, that's what I thought, Silver Yumi. Yeah, Sleepy Bug, the ride Pirates of the Caribbean. I've never been on the ride, I just have the Disney soundtrack. So, Dead Men Tell No Tales is a pirate proverb, and Pirates of the Caribbean does use the quote. It's also in the Muppets Treasure Island in the song Shiver My Timbers, which I also have the soundtrack of. I wonder if knowing the origin of that quote is important. Probably not. That helps, but only moderately. Paranoia creeps through me, and standing alone in the hall between classes is probably the worst thing I can do right now. But I can't bring myself to go back in there with all those people. As long as I stay near the classroom, I'll be fine. I close my eyes and try to calm down. The world slowly stabilizes me. Maybe it's a good thing I'm seeing Kim tonight. Oh yeah, the psychologist. Footsteps make me open my eyes. Natasha is walking down the hall, her books clutched close to her chest. I'm gonna go full Edwin this time. I'll let her be. I can't think of anything I should say to her.
So I get out my phone and pretend to be looking through something until I'm sure she's passed. When my phone rings, I nearly jump out of my skin. The number on the screen is one I recognize right away. The number Singh told me to contact if I remembered anything. Did they catch the killer? I answer.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Adrian. This is Dr. Singh.
Yes, I recognize the number. Have you made progress on the case?
That's what I'm hoping you'll tell me.
Huh?
What?
Listen to me carefully.
We've identified some suspects who were in the area around the time of the crime, and we'd like you to look at the lineup. Can you drop by the station?
You want me to come down there? After what just happened in class, I'm not sure it's a good idea for me to drive.
Are you on campus? I can send an officer to pick you up.
That'd be great. Thank you. Singh and I work out where the car will pick me up, and then I wait a couple more minutes before heading there, to avoid spending any more time alone than I have to. A lineup, huh? So he wants me to try to identify the killer. The thought sends a shiver through me, but it isn't as though I can refuse.
Good, you've arrived. Do you feel up for looking at the lineup now?
Well, I want to get this over with, but I'm starting to feel sick again. I place my hand on the edge of the desk to steady myself, and Singh's eyes narrow.
Is everything all right?
You're pale. Did something happen?
I witnessed a murder. I open my mouth to say I'm just not feeling well, but then I hesitate. Last night I finished talking to him before the threatening call came. I haven't had the chance to report it to anyone. Tell him!
No.
After I finished talking to you on the phone last night, I got another phone call. There was no number displayed, and the voice was strange, garbled like the person was using a voice changer or something. Singh is instantly alert, his gaze fixed on me. I think it might have been the killer. Either that or someone trying to give me a scare.
What?
What did they say?
I recount the message as well as I can, and Singh narrows his eyes.
It sounds like a warning. You should be careful.
I know.
Listen to me carefully.
And if the killer is willing to contact you, that suggests they're highly confident they won't be caught. I'll see what we can do about tracing the call, but they probably wouldn't have risked it if there was a chance of that. So does that mean it's someone who would have our number? You take your time, Sleepy Bug. Take your time. I too wonder if the killer has a sense of humor. I shiver. Could you tell anything at all about the caller? Anything about their voice that might help us?
No, nothing. Like I said, it sounded like they were disguising their voice. He nods and rubs his chin. Anyway, it's been playing on my mind all day. I nearly passed out during class. I can almost hear that warning again right now.
Do you think eating something would help? Some crackers, perhaps? Or a soda? I'd prefer for you to be fully alert while looking at the lineup.
Crackers might help. You got any butter crackers and some cheese? He nods and leaves. Yes, baby? Baby! Come here. I don't know why Daisy is calling me. While I wait, I sit down and clasp my hands together. Seeing wanting me alert just makes me even more anxious about the lineup. I've seen police lineups in movies. They line up behind one-way glass, and I have to look at them and try to identify the killer. But the killer didn't have any identifying features, unless there's an obvious height difference in suspects. I'm not sure I'll be able to even narrow it down, let alone pick the right person.
Back already.
Hi, Fawn. Hopefully you're not the murderer.
Whoa, you look like you've seen a ghost. Everything all right?
Fawn blogs about true crime stories, right? I haven't checked out her site yet, but maybe she'd have some insight to offer about the threatening phone call. Yeah, tell her about it. Why do I have the feeling that there's some people that I shouldn't tell about it? Actually, something strange happened to me last night. I got a phone call, but there was no number displayed. The person's voice sounded garbled, like they were using a voice changer or something.
Interesting.
Ooh, this sounds like my area. Was it a threat?
I think so. It was at least someone who wanted to scare me. I recount the message as well as I can, while Fawn scribbles notes on a small notepad.
Yep, that has all the signs of a warning message from the killer. The average person doesn't know the name of the witness, so it's unlikely to be a prank.
Yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't know it was me.
Right, I hadn't thought about that. Great.
But can't the call be traced or something? She chews on the end of her pencil.
Not necessarily. If the killer is smart, they would have used a method that's tough to trace, like buying a disposable phone and throwing it away after making the call.
Hi, Daisy. Daisy's just staring at me. Miss Baby, can I pick you up? Can I pick you up, Daisy? Can I have the baby? Hello, Miss the baby. Hello. Hello, Miss Baby. Why are you staring at me? Aw, she's purring. Miss Baby. Miss Baby. You want to solve the mystery, Daisy? Don't. Oh, no. Oh, no, she's getting comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. All right. I was worried she was going to curl up on me and then I wouldn't be able to move. Miss Baby. Screaming at me from the door. We gotta solve this mystery, Daisy.
It's still theoretically possible, but I wouldn't be surprised if they put as much distance between the call and their identity as possible. But that would mean that they would have to know my number. Judging by how carefully the killer hid their identity during the crime, they wouldn't do anything that would put them at risk. So maybe the phone call didn't come from the killer. It just gets worse and worse. No wonder I'm feeling sick.
Apothecary Diaries. Daisy knows that I will never stop simping for fictional characters. She's only known me for 4 years. Has it been 4? No, 2 years. But she knows I will never stop. We don't know Apothecary Diaries. Maybe the killer's hot? Sympathy fills Fawn's face.
Sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that. I know this must be rough.
Yeah, Detective Singh went to get some crackers, though, so maybe that'll help. Her eyebrows fly up. Oh, she has such a cute laugh. Detective No Social Skills is getting you crackers because you aren't feeling well? Exactly what hold do you have over him? Aw. I laugh and shake my head. He wants me to see a lineup, so I need to be able to focus. Oh, now it makes sense. For a moment there, I thought he'd done something accommodating without being prompted first. Glad to hear I'm the hot topic of discussion today. Singh re-enters the lobby with a dry comment and presses a pack of crackers into my hand while he frowns at the junior detective.
Be honest, you wouldn't have thought to offer the crackers if you didn't need her mind sharp.
What?
That's not... He cuts himself off and looks away with a frown.
Aww. I just hope it's enough.
The crackers are fairly bland, with only a little salt for flavor, but eating something does make me feel better.
I can't believe this.
I'm not confident I'll be of any use at all.
Don't worry, lineups are real easy.
Have you ever had to, look at one?
Nah. Personally, not yet, but if you don't recognize anyone, don't sweat it. They'll catch the guy eventually.
You sound so sure.
Well, of course. It's not like we have anything better to do than solve a murder case. Trust me, we're not fighting over processing the DUI tickets.
Singh coughs loudly, eyebrows raised. We all have to do the grunt work, you know. Don't think you can pawn off your responsibilities by getting attached to this case. Fawn pouts and lifts her hands in an exaggerated gesture.
See ya.
Back to work I go then.
Adrian, are you ready to get this over with?
Anxiety flutters through my stomach again, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Yeah, let's go.
Like I imagined, a glass wall separates the room in half. A group of men stand lined up on the other side.
It's one-way glass, right?
Yes, exactly. You can see them, but they can't see you.
That makes me feel better, but this is still nerve-wracking. I can't tell anything about them at all. A couple of the guys are way too burly, and another is so slight it looks like he might snap in half during a fight. I'm able to cross them off the list. The rest, though...
I'm sorry. That's about all I can tell.
I wonder if the cut that they made on me... the cut that we got at the pool... I wonder if that's evidence at all.
All right, thank you for cooperating. If you do remember anything else...
You'll be the first to know.
Fawn is waiting for us when we return to the lobby.
So,
How did it go?
I glance at Singh to get his assessment, but he walks to his desk as though he assumes the question isn't for him. I shrug. Okay, I guess. If I'm honest, I don't know if it helped at all. Picking out 3 people who didn't do it doesn't exactly feel like we're narrowing things down. That's a good observation, Uggy Stoopy. The cut could be evidence. Depending on what direction it came from could determine what hand the killer used, and if they're right or left-handed. Also, they were wearing baggy clothes. Yeah.
Are you going to be alright getting home? Do you need an escort? I'd be happy to walk you back to wherever you're going.
Oh.
All right. Singh rejoins us, his brow furrowed. I sent someone to pick you up at campus, so you'll need a ride back. I can drive you.
interesting.
Offering to drive her? Someone must be awfully important to this investigation, huh? I could handle it if you have important senior detective stuff to do.
He shoots her an irritated look, but she just beams back at him. Gotta put on my lotions and ointments. I kinda wanna ride home with Sing. I don't know, something suspicious about Sing. Well, they're both suspicious.
Thank you.
Thank you, Detective Singh. If it's not too much trouble, I'd appreciate the ride.
I wonder how much changes, if you, like, play it again and then the murderer is a different person. No, Broccoli Fox, I think it stays the same. I think the design of the murder in the beginning stays the same, because they're all bundled up. I don't know where Daisy went. I get into the squad car with Singh, and he starts driving. Back to campus or your apartment?
Campus.
Late classes, I see.
I have a study session with some friends, actually.
Where?
One of the lounge areas in the library. You can reserve them ahead of time to make sure they're free.
How many people will be there?
Not too many, maybe 5 or 6. Sometimes people bring friends, but it never gets too crowded. Those lounges wouldn't be able to handle a big group.
Are other students usually around at that time? Any teachers?
I'd glance at him. Do you think it's too dangerous?
I'm not entirely sure.
Just looking to get a better picture of the situation. If anything seems off.
Don't worry, I won't stick around unless I'm sure it's safe.
All right.
Aww.
We drive in silence for a few minutes. His cautious questions have joined the rest of my paranoid thoughts, bouncing around in my brain, just making me more scared.
You said you worked a homicide case before, didn't you? How long did it take to catch that killer?
Barely 32 hours.
Huh?
What? You caught them that fast?
It was a crime of passion. The victim had recently entered a relationship, and her ex-boyfriend was jealous. Once we saw that was a possible motive, it was simple enough to find the connections between him and the crime scene.
Ooh.
Finding him took longer than figuring out who did it.
I see.
That's what makes this case so frustrating. We have no leads on the killer's identity, and the motive remains unclear as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we should be thinking about the victim more, the person who actually got killed.
I turn away to look out the window. Maybe that was a bad thing to talk about. Now, instead of paranoia, it's the apparent hopelessness of the situation that's bouncing around in my skull.
It's unusual for such a extreme crime to happen in a town like this.
I know what you mean. It doesn't feel like the sort of thing that could happen around here. I watch the scenery pass until Singh turns down the road towards campus. He pulls up at the curb adjacent to the stone path that leads to the library.
This good?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Have fun at your study session.
Okay, Dad. Do you know what a study session is?
Yeah, and I know what college students are like. Have fun.
I roll my eyes and get out of the car.
Thanks, Dad. I kind of wish he was a little bit more dad-like.
Great.
Let's get started. The card I used to get into the local library. Why is that evidence? Some of this evidence I don't understand. I guess we gotta use it later. Hot Cheeto Cheesecake. Why did you eat a brick? Also, I like that name, Hot Cheeto Cheesecake. The library lounge has a warm, almost cozy atmosphere that makes it easy to relax in. There have been times when I've come here just to get some peace and quiet, and have time to focus on my thoughts. With the door closed, it's almost like being part of a separate world. A small group has already gathered, mainly friends from our classes. That's good. Knowing everyone here makes me feel better. But one of them could be a murderer!
Hey.
Riley, you already started Chapter 8, right? Yeah, I didn't get too far, but I'll finish it. Clara, if you can take Chapter 10, I'll handle 9.
Got it.
Adrian, are you good with working on Chapter 11? Edwin's voice sounds like it's coming from far off. I blink at him slowly as I realize he's asked me something. Something about chapters.
Are you okay?
Adrian, you good?
Right. Yeah, that's fine. Chapter 11. I'm on it.
I open the textbook and get out my notes. My notes from the last couple of days are a disaster, but hopefully I can do better on that front now. Edwin pulls up a chair next to me. His voice is quiet, so low as to not be overheard by anyone else nearby. Are you sure you're okay with being here? I glance around, but none of the others pay us more than a quick glance. They probably assume we're either discussing the assignment or chatting about normal things. You know, not murdery things. I'll be fine. Do you want to talk about it? I remember that ominous phone call with a shudder. Logically speaking, a message not so subtly warning me not to tell anyone anything is probably the sort of thing I shouldn't share. But at the same time, tell him. Oh, actually, maybe I should save. Because usually in visual novels, revealing stuff to your friends gets them killed. So tell him. Something else happened.
What?
I make sure to keep my voice quiet enough to not be overheard. Last night, I got a strange phone call. The voice was all garbled, so I couldn't make out who it was, but it sounded like they were warning me not to tell anyone about anything. I laugh without humor. Not that I know anything to tell. What? You mean you got a phone call from the you-know-what? Either that or a prankster with the worst possible timing. This proves the guy's still after you. I'm not so sure you should be here after all. His voice is rising with each word, so I wave my hands to shush him.
Seriously?
Keep it quiet. I don't want everyone to know about this. I'm trying to take my mind off of things, okay?
I'm sorry.
If you really want to help, act like things are normal. Worrying about this all the time is going to drive me up a wall. It kind of already is.
Want to hear a funny story?
Sure?
The other day, Corey and I were sitting in the MBA lounge when Joseph walked in, grabbed a chair, and pulled it over to the corner by the bookshelf. Then he pushed up one of the ceiling tiles and pulled a packet of ramen noodles out.
Why does Joseph have a stash of ramen hidden in the ceiling?
Why doesn't everyone have a stash of ramen hidden in the ceiling?
Don't look at me. Maybe he was afraid someone would steal it. Anyway, he just walked over to the table and started eating his ramen. We were both staring at him, and after a moment, he just said, "There's a chicken one left if you want it."
There's a chicken one left if you want it. That's pretty funny.
Is this supposed to make me feel better?
Is it working?
So,
Evidence.
did you take the chicken-flavored ramen?
The ceiling ramen is evidence.
Nah, but now I know where to go if I'm ever starving.
The idea of being trapped in the school with nothing to eat, forced to rely on the emergency ramen supply hidden behind a ceiling tile, is so absurd that a smile tugs at my lips in spite of myself.
Thank you.
Thanks, Edwin. Anytime. That's pretty cute, though. Feeling a little more like things are just like old times, I start reading the chapter that was assigned to me. This has been our habit for a while now. Whenever we have a large chunk of material we need to study, we divide it between us. That way we can exchange notes. It's an efficient enough system.
Chapter 11 is about working with influencers. It goes into detail about sponsored posts, with case studies about an athletic company that contacted influencers who run fitness accounts.
Maybe I should look into a marketing class. You have ramen all over, stashed all over the place, Broccoli Fox? Please be kind to your vacuum, Apothecary Diaries. Vacuums are very important. I start taking notes. One of the key case studies focuses on posts written by a competitive swimmer. What? Oh. One of the key case studies focuses on posts written by a competitive swimmer. Crap. Triggered again. Oh, so far this is more of a trying to avoid triggers than solving a mystery. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. Here to help with our marketing homework, are you? No thanks, I'm part of Team Math today.
You make it sound fun. Don't let him fool you. He hates math. The sound of that voice makes me freeze. I lift my head from my textbook. Sure enough, I'm not imagining things. Natasha stands in the doorway, just behind Riley's friend Dennis. She notices me, and her eyes widen.
Hello?
Hello again.
Hi.
Small world, huh? That's one way to describe it. She sits down and opens up the textbook she brought. It looks like she came with Dennis. The two of them are going over a math assignment together. Edwin looks from me to Natasha in confusion.
Do you know each other?
Oh, he doesn't know. Come to think of it, I told him about Natasha being outside the cafe, but he never looked out the window to see her himself. Now he obviously expects a fun story about how we met or something similarly harmless.
Yeah, no, we're both part of a murder case. We're both traumatized.
I can't think of anything that would destroy the mood more than announcing that we met because we're part of the same murder investigation. I meet Edwin's curious gaze and nod towards the door. I'll be back. I need some air. I step outside. Being alone in the library makes me uneasy, but the sound of someone typing at the other end of the room reassures me. A moment later, as expected, the door opens, and Edwin follows me out of the lounge. What's going on? Sorry, I thought things would get awkward if I brought it up in there. Do you remember the girl I mentioned? The one who knew the victims?
Wait, don't tell me.
That's her, Natasha.
And she suddenly shows up at our study session? That's pretty suspicious, don't you think? Is it suspicious?
What are you talking about?
Is it? I had ramen for breakfast. Eee!
Suspicious?
Be careful.
What if she's the culprit? Judging by what happened at the pool, the culprit wouldn't think twice about attacking a whole room of people to get you.
Seriously?
Come on, that's ridiculous. Someone must have invited her anyway. He returns to the lounge, and I hurry after him. Come on, Edwin, don't do anything to make this awkward. To my dismay, he sits down right across from Natasha.
So, Natasha, I didn't realize you and Adrian were friends. Did she invite you to join us tonight?
No.
No, Dennis did.
You know Adrian?
We just met the other day. She looks uncomfortable by the direction this conversation is going, and I don't blame her. I don't want to talk about what happened at the pool.
Whatever.
It's a funny coincidence. I mean, that Dennis would invite you to our study session for the first time so soon after you and Adrian met. Yeah, who would have guessed? Considering everything that happened, I thought it would be good for Natasha to get her mind off things.
Everything that happened? What do you mean? Natasha looks down at her textbook, as though trying to block the rest of the world out. I clear my throat.
Hey!
Hey, aren't we supposed to be studying? I clap my hands together. Come on, let's get back to it.
Dang, Adrian, when did you become such a stickler?
Since I saw my grade on our last exam. That sends a ripple of laughter through the group, and everyone returns to their work. Natasha catches my gaze and gives me a slight nod. I nod back, and then return to reading my chapter of the textbook, skipping over the swimmer case study. As time passes, I start to feel relaxed again. It's easier to slip into my routine and convince myself life will go back to normal. After about an hour, Natasha closes her textbook and stands up.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
That's about it for me. It was good meeting you all. Her gaze lands on me. And good seeing you again, Adrian. Aw, you too. As she starts towards the door, I suddenly wonder if she might have received a threatening phone call too. Part of me just wants to talk to her about it. She's the only person here who understands what I'm going through. Yeah, sure, let's tell everybody. I stand up and follow Natasha to the door. Mind if I talk to you for a minute before you leave? She shrugs. It's fine with me. Once we're outside the lounge, Natasha fixes me with an inquisitive look. What's this about? Has anything strange happened? Has anything strange happened? No. The confusion in her voice sounds genuine. Last night, I got a threatening phone call. It sounded like someone warning me not to talk about the crime. So the first thing you do is tell me? Hey, Natasha, come on now. Well, no. I rubbed the back of my neck with a sheepish laugh. I thought I should mention it, just in case anything like that happens to you too. It hasn't, and I hope it doesn't. She rubs her arms. I'll be happy when this whole mess is over with. Yeah. Feeling more awkward than ever, I clear my throat. Sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable.
No.
No, I get it. You wanted someone to talk to, someone who understands. I've been looking for that myself. She sighs, then shakes her head. Sorry, I really should be going. I watch her walk away I watch her walk away alone down the hall, anxiety twisting in my stomach, and then I return to the lounge. Edwin backpedals from the door as soon as I enter. Eavesdropper. As usual, after our study sessions, I drive behind Riley towards our apartment building. He turns down the dark, unlit road I absolutely abhor, now more than ever. The sole streetlight does nothing against the shadows of the tall trees on either side. It should be illegal to have a city street this dark. Driving down here is nerve-wracking at the best of times, let alone when I have every reason to want to avoid isolated places. The sight of the brightly lit apartment building makes me exhale in relief. It's good to see the police cruiser making its lap around the complex, too. Yeah, Fawn kind of seems suspicious, and Natasha seems a little bit suspicious, but she's clearly rattled, too. And Edwin seems really suspicious, too. I mean, they're all suspicious, because they all could be the murderer. And we don't know, because it's randomized. All the same, once I park and get out of the car, I glance over my shoulder the entire way up the stairs. Home sweet home. I can't lock the door fast enough. Then I turn around, and the hair on the back of my neck stands on end. Oh no, something is wrong. It's hard to put my finger on exactly what it is, but something is wrong. Don't panic. Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. You're panicking! I grab the edge of the couch for support and take deep breaths. Each breath seems to restore some clarity. First, it doesn't seem like anyone is here, and I'm in no immediate danger. Another breath. I need to stay calm and figure out what it is. After one more breath, I'm able to look around the apartment without panicking. That book isn't where I left it this morning. Book? It's been moved slightly to the side. That drawer wasn't open when I left either. The more I look, the more I see tiny signs here and there that someone was in my apartment. All of them together add up to a sense of wrongness that struck me the moment I walked in, even though each on its own seems insignificant. There's a roaring sound in my ears. Someone was in here while I was gone. At least this clears Natasha. No, wait, I haven't been home all day. I don't know this happened during the study session. It could have been any time during the day. I brace myself and then check each room, with an umbrella in one hand in case I need a weapon. An umbrella. I mean, well, maybe it's my room and I have like a Oswald Cobblepot umbrella. No one is here. Nothing is disturbed outside of the living room either. That's a relief, but it doesn't fix the problem. I grab my phone and dial my roommate's number, but a cheerful answering service message tells me that she's on vacation, and therefore it might take a while to respond to calls. It wouldn't be like her to return early without telling me, and then disappear again either. I grit my teeth and squeeze my eyes shut. I can't deal with this alone. I need to call someone. Edwin! Edwin, help! I dial Edwin's number as fast as I can. He answers after the second ring.
Are you okay?
Adrian, what's wrong?
No.
I think someone broke into my apartment while I was gone.
Wait, what?
Jeez. On the other end, I hear the screech of tires.
Huh?
Hold on, are you driving right now? I got you on speaker. Sorry, I should have realized you weren't home yet. I just panicked and needed to talk to someone. It's fine. I can be back in about 5 minutes. Wait, Edwin is coming here? Then again, I should have expected this. Aww.
No.
Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. I just need to figure out what to do. You should change the lock on your door for one thing. Right. Good thinking. Are you sure you don't want me to come by? I'm sure. I'm already feeling better.
Be careful.
Okay, if you're sure. Just give me a call if you change your mind. Be careful. I will. Thanks. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Silver. You may never ignore a gut feeling. Fortunately, the building manager is agreeable to my request to change the lock on my apartment door and waits with me until the task is done. It seems the police file filled her in on the basic situation because of the cars monitoring the building. The work on my door finishes up just as a visitor arrives.
Am I interrupting?
Oh yeah, Dr. Kim.
Please, come in.
Thank you.
He glances after the departing workmen before shutting the door. I check to make sure the new lock is fastened.
Sorry about that. I was just getting the lock changed. Please, sit down.
Why does it still sound like the... Oh well, I don't know if there's anything we can do about that. Kim flips open his notepad and sits down next to me on the couch.
How was your day?
Stressful! Nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking.
Oh?
How so? He's a psychologist, so I see no reason to hide how I've been feeling all day. I keep expecting something to happen. Every little thing feels like a threat. I'd like to chalk it up to paranoia, but I feel like I'll be in danger if I do that.
I see.
Understandable. He makes a note and then looks at me again.
So, what's going on?
You're a marketing student, correct? How do you like that? It's fine. What are your classes like? Right now, we're doing deep dives into the marketing funnel and how to develop marketing strategies for corporations based on their growth and audience. Was the window open? I don't know, they didn't say anything about the window. They might have gone through the door. And they didn't say what floor they're on, so maybe we wouldn't have to worry about the window. And you enjoy it? Sure. You like psychology, don't you? He smiles. Sure. He writes something else on his notepad. I fight the urge to try to see what he's written about me so far.
What do you think?
What do you think of the business department? Is he creating a psych profile for me or something? Some students have an attitude problem. I fit right in. I think we're doing okay. I think it's fine. I fit right in. There's a vocal few who look at everything like a competition, but I appreciate being around dedicated people. With everyone trying their hardest, it really pushes me to do my best, even when I'm tempted to slack off.
I see.
So, while you criticize classmates who view things as a competition, you don't mind the competitive atmosphere itself. Right, I don't believe in working yourself into an early grave, but if you put enough time into something, your labor will be rewarded eventually. It's not a competition. It's about being the best version of yourself that you can be. Kim nods and writes something down. How are your classes going? Well enough. Good to know. So, of course, the main reason I'm here is because of the incident the other night. My stomach flips. Now that the time has come, part of me wishes we could delay this conversation longer after all. When the incident occurred, how did you feel? Terrified? Dreaming? I was pretty gosh darn scared. I was terrified.
This is natural.
A very logical response to witnessing a murder. Do you still feel that way? Not all the time, but the feeling keeps coming back. He nods and makes a note.
It's quite all right.
Getting over your fear in a situation like this will be difficult, particularly now, of course, since the killer hasn't been caught. Exactly. Once they catch the killer, it'll be easier to put things into perspective and start to work past this fear and anxiety. So, until then, I just have to deal with it?
Not necessarily.
I didn't say that. However, I can't in good conscience tell you there's nothing to be afraid of. Obviously. For now, the best thing to do will be working to ensure you don't let your fear control you. Caution is good. Panic is not. Right. That makes sense. Do you have an email address? I'd like to send you some materials I think will be able to help you. Oh, sure. I write down my email address for him and hand it over. Thank you. I think that's enough for a first session, but we should meet again soon. Is there another day this week that would work? Thursday night at this same time should be fine. Good. I'll see you then. Hopefully by then they'll have caught the killer. Perhaps. Is this your first time on a murder case? In this sense, yes. It's not my first time delving into a murder, though. What do you mean? When I was a student, one of my professors set up a surprise webcam talk with a guy on death row. It was a surprise for us, I should say. What was that like? It was unsettling. He had murdered 3 women along an empty hallway and buried their bodies at a farm nearby. He was only caught when his 4th victim escaped. I shudder. I can imagine how that 4th victim felt. Thank God she managed to get away. By the time we saw him, he had been behind bars for a decade. Talking to students like us counted as good behavior, so he was happy to participate.
You know, he insisted he had done nothing wrong. Oh, he didn't deny the murders, but he seemed to think he shouldn't have been punished for it. He claimed the whole world was against him. Highly disturbing, and no matter where you sat, it seemed like he was looking right at you. Turns out it was all pre-recorded, our professor's idea of a trick, or perhaps an experiment.
What? It was fake? Was the guy even a real serial killer?
I'm afraid not.
Who knows? If somebody you trust showed you a video of a guy in handcuffs and told you he killed 3 people, would you doubt it?
I suppose not.
That was a nasty trick. Real or not, it was a memorable lead-in to our section on the psychology of murderers. People kill for many different reasons, some of which might seem inexplicable to us.
You mean like thinking God told them to do it?
Well, that's one possibility, but even that is understandable. If you believe that was what was happening to you, it makes sense that you'd obey. Just like killing out of anger, jealousy, greed, those motivations are logical, if unconscionable.
Think about it like this.
Consider, though, someone who kills for the thrill of it, or because they want attention, or someone who sees another person's death as having a benefit for them, as if other people were pawns on a chessboard. We still don't know this killer's motive. Or someone who thinks a specific person's death is simply a necessary event for the order of the universe. All of these motives might seem to us to be quite illogical, but to the person committing the crime, it's the most logical thing in the world.
So, what about the killer in this case? Any idea?
I'm afraid not.
Let's look at the victims. Who was the first guy? I'm afraid I have no way of predicting that with the little information I have.
I was afraid of that.
Still, if there's anything you'd like a psychologist's perspective on, just say the word, and I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
He stands
Until
up.
our next session.
Until Thursday, then. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thanks. You too.
Stress ball. Once Kim leaves, I check the lock again, and then sit down to finish up my remaining homework. The assignments are simple enough for a change, and I finish with time to spare. I turn my laptop on and see that Kim's email has arrived. I download the documents he sent to read later. I wonder. Before I can think better of it, I find myself on the university website. I click around until I find the swim team's page. There they are. My throat tightens as I recognize the girls from the pool. In the photo, they have bright smiles for the camera, not knowing what will happen to them in the future. They thought their whole lives were ahead of them. In a few days, they'll be put in their final resting places without any future at all. If Natasha used to swim with them, she should be somewhere in these photos too. There's a page for photos of events. After scrolling back a few months, I find her. She's standing with the girl who tried to run. They're smiling. Natasha Diadrio and Rebecca Lyle. Rebecca was a nursing major, sophomore year. Another page contains brief news posts about the swim team and their competitions. I scrolled numbly through. They drove to a swimming competition in Atlanta, had a picnic at a park in town, hosted a food charity drive last fall. The words blur together until I see Natasha's name again. I stop scrolling. The post is from a few months ago. Natasha Diadrio announced today that she would be leaving the swim team. Although she has been one of the team's premier swimmers, she has chosen to pursue a solo career instead. Her teammates wish her luck on her journey. Does that mean there was bad blood between them? Anxious again, I close the laptop and flop onto my bed. I can already tell it's going to be a long, restless night. I'm a little tired. What hours are we in? How we doing? 2. Exactly. We gotta look into the victims. We gotta see what the victims were, who they killed, and then we can try to figure out a motive from that. I'm gonna take a little breaky break. I'm gonna take a little breaky break right now. Like a 15-minute break. 15-minute break. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting tired and my eyes are getting blurry. I think, though, I might only be able to do like 3.5 hours for this one. I don't think we're gonna finish this in one sitting. But yeah, right now I'm gonna take a 15-minute break, drink some water, have some cookies, have some brownies, and I will be right back. Nope. There. Almost forgot to turn my mic back on. Good. Everything working. Alright. Had a nice brownie break. Hee. Drank the last of my tea and ate the last of my brownies. It's been over 24 hours, and they still haven't found the culprit. Still, there haven't been any more murders since then. Maybe this isn't a serial killer. Maybe the culprit had a specific grudge against someone at the pool that day. I ate all them brownies. Maybe I was only caught up in this by chance after all. Maybe the culprit doesn't see me as a threat. Maybe I'll be fine. And then something bad happens. I don't see how you survived accounting. It's not that bad once you sit down and work through it. Don't we have software that can do all this stuff? You still should understand the basic principles.
No.
Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather just let the computer handle it. Be glad you don't have to take any programming classes. You drop out after the first day. Not a chance. He pouts and takes a bite from his spring roll. I'll get it done, even if it's just a waste of time. As long as it gets done in the end, I suppose it doesn't matter if you complain about it the entire time.
Are you okay?
So, how are things? I make a non-committal noise and take a bite of my own roll. Don't worry, Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just don't go out at night and try to avoid being alone as much as possible. That's easy to say, but it's a lot harder in practice. It's not like I can call someone up whenever I want to step out of the apartment for a minute. Why not? Are you kidding? Once or twice might be fine, but eventually I'd just be a pest. Although personally, I'm hoping this all gets resolved before it comes to that. I don't relish living the rest of my life this way.
I'll protect you no matter what.
Aww. I wouldn't mind. Trust me, eventually, I'd even start getting on your nerves. Are you thrilled by the idea of me calling you up for a trip to the gym? You know, I was saying to myself just the other day that I should get back into working out. Aw, Edwin's head over heels for us. Oh no. I've outed myself to Uggy Stoopy and Sleepy Bug. It's not my lunch dinner. It's not. It's just my snack. I'll make a proper lunch dinner, I swear. I swear. Since when have you worked out?
Huh?
Or I'm saying that to him. Since when has he worked out? I used to go to the gym at least once a week, thank you. Really? I had no idea. Well, I'd rather use the tiny gym at my apartment for now anyway. After what happened at the recreation center, I don't think I can handle going to a big gym again. At least not for a while.
Yeah.
Or ever. I stab a forkful of salad and have it part way in my mouth when a group of campus and city police enters the dining hall. Even with students milling about, they stand out. 1 or 2 campus officers walking around is normal enough. Sometimes they'll even have dogs, just taking them out for a walk around campus. It's less typical to see the city police here, though, and they walk with purpose. My heart leaps. Did they find the killer and are coming to tell me? Even as the possibility crosses my mind, my stomach twists. Singh probably would have called me if there was a breakthrough, and it wouldn't take this many officers to break the news. Did something else happen? The officers weave their way past cafeteria tables until it's clear they're headed straight for ours. I look up with mingled hope, dread, and confusion. They stop by our table. Are you Edwin Anderson? What? Yes. What do you need? We have a few questions to ask you in regards to the deaths of 4 students Sunday night. Will you come with us? Hold on. What's this all about?
What are you doing?
Are you running checks on all our friends? We just have a few questions for you, Mr. Anderson. Please come with us to the precinct. We'll also need you to hand over your knife.
Huh?
Knife? Edwin owns a knife? I don't bring a knife to my classes. You can search me if my word isn't good enough. That won't be necessary, as long as you cooperate. Fine. Edwin, don't worry. This won't take long. I'll answer whatever questions they have, and they'll realize I'm not involved. My heart thumps in my ears. The world is spinning. I can't believe the police want to question Edwin, and they're treating him like a potential suspect, no less. I'm coming with you. You can't accompany him to the interrogation room. I know. I'll wait in the lobby. Adrian, you'll get this all cleared up, and then we can walk back to campus together, all right?
Thanks.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. The officers look at one another and shrug. Fine. What you got there? A knife! No! Don't forget, I remember that knife had like the Omega sign on it. It had the horseshoe-looking sign. As soon as we reach the station, the officers escort Edwin into the interrogation room. The lobby is much more crowded than it was on my previous visits. I never considered a police station to be a public place, until now. I always thought I'd go my whole life without ever entering one. Numb, I sit down and watch people come and go. They said Edwin has a knife. I'm guessing they didn't mean a kitchen knife. Did they connect his knife to the crime somehow? Would that even be possible to trace back to him? This can't be happening. Once again, I feel like I'm in a nightmare.
Hey there!
Oh yeah, that's a good point someplace scary. I forgot that fraternities sometimes use the Roman, or is it Latin? They use like the alpha, omega, lambda things. Good one, Broccoli Fox. Yeah, in the beginning, Silver Yumi, it had like one of those. Dang it, what are those? You know, like the alpha, omega, lambda, delta. Those. Dang it, I don't know if it's Greek, Roman, or whatever, but it had that one that kind of looks like a big fat horseshoe on it. And you'd have to like press the space bar to like see the full picture. And it was really clear too, so maybe they wanted you to see it. I wonder if we have any of that in our evidence. Now you can't even look at stuff up close. The stress ball's all deflated. Yeah, I can't make it any bigger, but right here, if you can see, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it's got that horseshoe-looking symbol on the knife. Why is the ramen? Why is the ceiling ramen a clue? Fawn's voice makes me jump, despite already startling me. She sidles my way as if trying to be covert. At this rate, we'll have to get you your own desk. I'd rather not become such a frequent guest here. Hey, it could lead to good things. There was this one murder case in the summer of '89 in New Hampshire where a man's death led to his wife learning he was cheating on her. Go on.
What are you talking about?
Right now, this doesn't sound like proof that frequent visits to a police station could lead to good things, but I'm curious about where Fawn is going with this. Learning that meant she could move on without regrets. She bonded with her neighbor over it, and they got married. And what does that have to do with me? The point is, you never know what might happen. This whole terrible incident could lead you to forging stronger bonds than ever before. A lot of the cases I've looked at have had some interesting turns. Reality really is stranger than fiction. So they say. I sigh and shake my head.
I can't believe this.
Right now, I wish this particular case would stop being so interesting. They've hauled in one of my friends for questioning.
Really?
You didn't know?
Nah.
Nope. That explains what Nick got so worked up, though. He got a report back from the lab and then started making phone calls. I figured it might be the big breakthrough he was looking for. I sure hope not. Not that I don't want this case wrapped up as quickly as possible, but Edwin? I just don't believe it. Did they arrest him?
No.
I don't think so. Just brought him in for questioning. Then I wouldn't worry too much yet. Unless they have decisive evidence, there's still a lot of possibilities. I clear my throat and search for a way to change the subject. You cover a lot of different unsolved crimes on your blog, right? Got any interesting, non-murder ones you'd like to share? Oh, there's so many. You really should check out my blog, you know. How can I even pick one to share when they're all so fascinating? Like the one about a man who bled to death in a locked hotel room after making a series of strange phone calls, or a hiking group that ran away from their tent in the middle of the winter and froze to death. And of course, they aren't all morbid, like the guy who hijacked a plane and asked for millions before parachuting out, and they never found him.
Yeah.
I've actually heard of that one. Big mysteries like that have been studied extensively. That's why I like to focus on ones closer to home. There's no shortage of unsolved cases either. How can a crime just go unsolved?
Theoretically.
It depends. If there's enough evidence to solve it, and it still doesn't get solved, then it's usually the result of police incompetence. Should a junior detective really say things like that? You know, crime scenes getting contaminated, investigators not talking to all the witnesses, evidence getting lost. She shakes her head. But don't worry, our country's clearance rate, meaning the rate that crimes are marked as solved, is higher than average. Your case also has a bit of media attention, so that'll help. Thanks. Let's just hope this isn't one of those cases where there isn't enough evidence then. Sure does seem like there's not a lot of evidence. A group of officers emerge from the hallway to the interrogation room, and I lift my head, but Edwin isn't with them. However, Natasha is. Fawn follows my gaze. That girl was a swimmer on the same team as the victims, but she left a month ago. There are rumors that she didn't leave on entirely good terms. Yeah, I did a little research myself. Be careful around her, just in case. Natasha is already walking out the door. I'd sure like to talk to her again, but I did tell Edwin I would wait for him. I was hoping to ask Singh for updates on the case too. We will wait for Edwin. No, I should wait for Edwin. He needs me right now. Even if that means sitting here for another hour. So this friend of yours who was called in for questioning, Edwin? She tilts her head and squints at the ground. He's not a swimmer, is he? Definitely not. Does he belong to a fraternity? Yeah, why? Is that important?
Interesting.
I'm gonna go look something up, okay? Just sit tight. Fawn leaves in a hurry, while I stare after her in confusion. Guess there's nothing to do but wait. At least I can get some homework done. Sometime later. Are they gonna look up the symbol on the knife? Broccoli Fox, why are you saying you can never have enough blood? There we go. Homework complete. I'm a little surprised that their questioning isn't over yet, until I look at the clock. It's only been 15 minutes. Oh boy, this could be a long day. A familiar voice reaches my ears from down the hall. It's Fawn, talking to someone else. Is that Detective Singh? I glance around. No one is paying much attention to me, so I stand up and move closer to the hall. I strain to hear what they're saying. Correct. The serrated blade is what helped us identify the type of knife used. It has a specific cut to it.
And that meant you could expand the scope of your search for witnesses.
Exactly.
Are they talking about the murder weapon? Serrated, so the killer used a blade with a jagged edge. Wait a minute, and they think Edwin owns a knife like that? Is that what this is about? The murder weapon hasn't been confirmed to belong to Edwin Anderson, though.
True. Multiple witnesses.
Oh.
Exactly, Broccoli Fox. Humans with no blood is not a good combination for long-time health. That seems like a problem. True. Multiple witnesses have testified to seeing him in possession of a decorative knife with a serrated edge that matches the description of the murder weapon, but we have yet to find the murder weapon itself. My stomach swoops. Swoops? Is that a thing that your stomach can do? And I feel as though the floor is falling away from under me.
Multiple witnesses? No way.
Why? Do you have a theory?
Yep.
Yes, there's something I want to look into. I should have all the information I need now. Thanks, Nick.
Is it like a bread knife? If you have a breakthrough, do let the rest of us know.
Fawn's footsteps carry her further down the hallway, and a moment later, I hear Singh approaching. I return to my seat, thoughts in a blur from what I just overheard. A moment later, Singh emerges from the lobby, and his gaze lands on me.
Adrian? You know you don't have to come by here every day, right?
I can't even tell if he means that as a joke, or if he honestly thinks I need to have that explained to me. I'm waiting for someone. He furrows his brow, but then the confusion clears from his face.
Oh, right. The officers did mention something about you coming with the detainee. He's your classmate, right?
Yes.
Just a classmate, or...
He's my friend.
You know him pretty well, then?
Yes, I'd say so. My head is buzzing with questions. Where's this going? Is Edwin honestly a suspect? Am I a character witness right now? Detective Singh, what is going on? Are there really witnesses who claim Edwin owns a knife that matches the murder weapon? He raises his eyebrows.
Eavesdropping on police business, are you?
Sorry, I heard you and Fawn talking and I shake my head. I can't believe what I heard, though.
So you don't know about your friend's knife?
No, the first I'd heard of it was today when the officers mentioned it.
I suppose it wouldn't come up in casual conversation. Most people don't sit around discussing their weaponry. I'll say. Now I have a few more questions for you.
About Edwin?
Yes. How long have you known him?
I guess it's been about 3 years now. We started talking as freshmen and eventually became friends. Now we hang out pretty regularly.
What kind of activities does he do? Any sports? Clubs?
He sometimes goes to parties or takes trips with his fraternity. I don't think he does anything sports-related, although he mentioned that he used to go to the gym.
Do you know where he was the night of the murders?
All of these sounds like questions he should have asked Edwin, not me. Unless he's trying to match up our answers. I don't know. His fraternity members might be able to tell you.
Do you know any of them?
No.
Not personally.
That's fair.
That's fine. And don't worry, we'll release him soon. He's not the only suspect, just one who has a bit more attention on him right now.
Is there anything else I can help with?
Eager to get your friend cleared?
Well, yes, but I'm also just worried. It feels like...
Like it's taking us forever to close this.
Well, yes. Is that normal? Shouldn't you have more leads by now? He rubs his forehead.
Unless it's actually you and you're delaying them finding the dude. It was the baker. Serrated knife, like a bread knife. It was the baker. He rubs his forehead. This would be a lot easier to explain in the crime lab than out here in the lobby. If you don't mind hearing descriptions of the crime scene, that is. The way he says that makes me think this conversation won't be pleasant, no matter where we have it.
Hey there.
Oh, good, you're still here.
Fawn pops up so suddenly I nearly jump out of my skin.
Nick, what are you doing here?
Just going over a few case details with Adrian.
Perfect.
Is it?
I think I've had the breakthrough you were hoping for.
Oh.
There are rumors that a certain fraternity on campus gives its new inductees a gift to honor them for being selected for such a prestigious group. That gift happens to be a commemorative knife with a serrated blade.
Huh?
What?
This is just a theory, but...
Of course, it's all just rumors. You aren't officially allowed to have weapons like that on campus, so it has to be kept hush-hush. But it makes you think, doesn't it? If Edwin has that knife because of his fraternity, then every member is a suspect. It's not such a darning evidence for him after all.
Yeah, they all would have it. I'd already begun investigating such angles, but it seems we'll need to look into the fraternity in more detail. Thank you.
Thank you, Fawn. She shrugs. Just doing my job. Of course, if you really wanted to thank me, you'd hang out with me sometime other than the police station. This isn't exactly the best atmosphere for making friends, you know.
Aw. We need to look at her blog. She keeps saying, please look at my blog.
I laugh. She has a point. I'm about to head out for the day, so...
Singh clears his throat. Adrian, if you'd like to visit the lab, I need to know now. You know what? I did say full Edwin. I'm gonna stay here and wait for Edwin. I said I would stay. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said.
Sorry, but I need to wait for Edwin.
Sure thing.
Oh, of course.
She lifts her hands with an apologetic expression.
Sorry.
Just a second. Goodness, it's 6 o'clock.
I didn't mean to suggest you should just ditch your friend.
Right. I'll see if they're done questioning him yet.
My stomach growls. Lunch with Edwin feels like it was a long time ago, and I didn't even have a chance to finish all of it. Yay! Just as I'm starting to wonder if I'll have to leave alone after all, Singh and Edwin emerge from the interrogation room together. Edwin looks like he's survived a war. I've never seen such a hollow expression on his face before. Edwin.
Have a good day.
We'll get in touch if we have more questions. What did they do to you, Edwin?
He looks miserable. I can't imagine what they said to him. Interrogation of suspects must be a lot rougher than the sort of questioning I went through. Edwin.
Thanks.
Thanks for waiting for me. I said I would, Edwin. I said I would.
Don't mention it. Come on, let's get out of here. I think it's my turn to treat you to some food.
Aww. Has it only been a couple of days? I have the urge to save right now. The thing is, I don't think they don't have the murder weapon, Silver Yumi, they just have descriptions of it. Ooh, you're playing D&D. Have a good game, Broccoli Fox. At the restaurant, we sit down together. Fortunately, it isn't too crowded today. Edwin leans back in his seat with a groan and rubs his head. Should I ask him what they questioned him about? I hesitate, but decide to wait until after we've ordered. I grab the menu and scan it. Even though it's been a while since lunch, I find I'm not too hungry. Maybe I'll just order something small and hope it carries me through the night. Questioned in a murder case. Now there's something I never thought I could say happened to me. I look up from the menu, but he avoids my gaze. Not even questioned as a witness, but as a suspect. There's one to write home about, huh? What a day. What did they ask you about? What didn't they ask me about? They asked me about the night of the attack, about my fraternity, about you, anything and everything. Sometimes they asked me the same question again, or asked it in a slightly different way, probably trying to see if I'd slip up. But everything went fine, didn't it?
I don't know.
They said you could leave, so it can't be that bad. Sure, they let me leave, but only because they don't have any solid evidence against me. I answered all of their questions as best as I could, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I'm one of their prime suspects. Maybe even the prime suspect. His words sent a chill through me. There's nothing to worry about. You're a good boy and I believe you. There's nothing to worry about. How can you say that? Because you wouldn't have... Because you wouldn't have tried to kill me. I think. Impulsively, I reach across the table and clasp his hand. Because I know you didn't do it. You're innocent, and the police will see that too. His fingers close around mine, and he squeezes my hand in return with a hesitant smile. Aww.
Thanks.
The police don't always get the right guy, though. I hope this isn't one of those cases.
Huh?
How could it be? It feels like a series of horrible coincidences lined up against me. The killer had to use the same sort of knife my fraternity gives out. They could have just gotten one. The sole survivor had to be my friend, and... Sole survivor had to be my friend, and it just had to be on a night when my alibi is shaky. So it seems like either somebody could be framing him, or...
What are you talking about?
Your alibi is shaky? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. Then again, I guess asking my friends what they were doing on the night I was running for my life wasn't exactly high on my list of priorities. Absolutely, Broccoli Fox. Have a good game. We were having a party at the frat house that night, but I left part way through and went to my room, so people can say I was there, but not at the exact time of the murder. And presumably no one can confirm he went to his room. Of course, the police are skeptical of an alibi like that. Good luck with that, Apothecary Diaries. While I'm still searching for something to say, the waitress comes and takes our orders. I order nachos and cheese on a small snack, and Edwin orders the same. Much to my surprise, either he's not paying much attention, or the questioning left him without much of an appetite. Once the waitress leaves, he looks at me again. Did the detectives ask you about me?
Well, yes.
Hoping to corroborate my story, I guess. Or the opposite.
I told him that we're classmates and that I don't know of any of your fraternity brothers, and...
He's your classmate, right?
Yes.
Just a classmate, or...
And just a couple other details he was curious about. I told him I'd never heard about that knife before today.
Of course you hadn't. It's a secret, since the fraternity isn't technically allowed to give members something like that. Why would that be the thing that you give them? Nezha? Thank you so much for being a YouTube channel member, Nezha. Welcome to the Rosehip channel membership tier. Of course you hadn't. It's a secret, since the fraternity isn't technically allowed to give members something like that. I bet they never thought it'd come up at a time like this.
Seriously?
They really give inductees a knife with a serrated blade?
It's more of a commemorative thing than anything else. I mean, no one takes it expecting to actually fight with it. It's a pocket knife, so it's pretty small. That was definitely not a pocket knife. Picture a decorative Swiss Army knife, a bit fancier than the usual kind, with some rivets in the blade. It certainly wouldn't be my choice in a fight, but I guess if you struck first, then... The world around me constricts. I see the killer stabbing the knife forward towards an innocent victim, the spray of blood, my vision tunnels, and I'm only distantly aware of the voice. Adrian? Adrian! Aww. Poor baby. A warm hand on my shoulder snaps me out of it. I blink at Edwin, stretched halfway across the table towards me. He squeezes my shoulder and looks into my eyes.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking, talking like that. You don't want to hear details about that. I just got carried away. I forgot for a moment that you saw it. That you... He shakes his head. I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
It's all right.
I manage to smile, and he slowly settles back into his seat. Concern fills his gaze, though, and I inwardly chide myself. It's okay. You got triggered. It's all right. We came here so I could console him after his ordeal, and instead, he ended up consoling me. Keep it together, Adrian. Again, you witnessed a murder. So, where's your knife now? In my room at the frat house, probably. I'm sure the police want to confiscate it, to compare it to the wounds and all that. Then again, any of our knives would do. They'll probably investigate everyone in the fraternity. I wonder how long it'll be before they realize the killer could be anyone. They haven't narrowed down the search at all.
Huh?
What do you mean?
You know there was another victim besides the swimmers, right? I swallow hard.
Yes, the guy in the locker room.
Who was that guy? I knew that guy. Chuck something. He used to be a member of the fraternity.
What?
He was kicked out about a year ago after being caught with drugs. Of course, he was supposed to return anything he got from the fraternity, but it's hard to enforce that.
You mean
No.
he had one of those knives?
It's possible.
So you think the killer took the knife from him?
Chuck was a dangerous guy. It might seem hard to believe he just happened to have the knife with him, but I could see him putting it in his gym bag to take with him. I'm just saying, the fact that someone who could have owned one of those knives is already known to have been at the crime scene makes the knife a lot less crucial than they're acting like it is. It's not like those are the only serrated blades out there either. It could just be a coincidence.
I can't believe this.
Did you tell that to the police?
They said they were already looking into it.
This changes so much. When I learned about the knife, I thought that meant the police were close to finding the culprit. Now, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, this makes it even more confusing. Yeah, exactly, Silver Yumi. Why would they even give that out in the first place?
But wait a minute. If the killer took Chuck's knife, then why did they come to the pool in the first place? I mean, the killer intentionally came after the swimmers. That part felt like it must have been premeditated, but you don't go out to kill someone hoping to find a weapon along the way. Why didn't the killer bring their own weapon? Maybe they knew he had the knife? Edwin is silent for a few minutes, brow furrowed.
I don't know.
You're right. It seems ridiculous to get into a fight hoping someone has a weapon you can steal. Although, we don't know for sure it was premeditated, do we? What if whatever happened between the killer and Chuck gave them the idea to kill the swimmers?
Huh?
What do you mean? Suppose someone comes to the locker room and gets into a fight with Chuck. Things get heated and Chuck draws a knife. They struggle, and the other person gets the knife and kills them. Then they panic, thinking whoever was at the pool might be able to identify them, so they kill everyone there too. Edwin's theoretical outlining of the situation makes sense, but it's still just theoretical. We're throwing darts at a board and hoping we'll hit the killer's motivations. Maybe we need to learn more about this Chuck dude. I'm sure the police will search Chuck's apartment to try to locate his knife. If they can't find it, that'll be a big point of evidence towards the theory.
Yeah.
Maybe we are getting closer to the truth, little by little. It's like we're assembling a massive puzzle. Not all of the pieces fit into place yet, and it feels like we aren't getting anywhere. But just having those pieces at all takes us the tiniest bit closer to seeing the big picture. Our food arrives, and it's with some relief that I'm able to focus on something other than the crime. Oh, welcome to the stream, Salem. There's a lot that's been going on. It's a lot to explain. Edwin froze his brow at his nachos like he didn't realize what he ordered. Aw. Score 1 for not paying attention then. You know, when I said that I'd treat you to dinner, I didn't expect you to skimp. He laughs. Then I'll be sure to order seconds. Let me guess, you'll pick the most expensive thing on the menu. Correction, I'll pick the most delicious thing on the menu. Any price correlation will be a mere coincidence. I shake my head and eat one of my chips. For the moment, it feels like things are normal again. Maybe they can stay this way. So, how are you feeling about the Winter Festival?
Huh?
Winter Festival? Don't tell me you forgot already. You know, on campus, this Friday. Is the Winter Festival gonna be like the big, the big turning point of everything? Wowie! Welcome to the stream, Nizha! Thank you so much! We're kind of in the middle of it, and I'm kind of getting a little teeny bit tired. How long have we been going? But, this is a murder mystery where the killer, we don't know who the suspect is, or we don't know who the murderer is. It's randomized, so it could be anyone. And it could also be the person we're flirting with. This guy. I shake my head. Sorry, with everything that's been happening, I guess that sort of fell through the cracks. My offer to take you still stands. Yes. It's been a while since I went to any sort of event on campus, to be honest. Anything besides classes. And there's good reason for me to avoid those events nowadays. Edwin gives an awkward nod in response. I can tell from the way he suddenly avoids my gaze that he doesn't want this conversation to veer back into the topic of murders. Let's see, aside from parties, I think the last campus event I went to was a business presentation for extra credit. It was interesting enough, but not the sort of thing I'd attend on my own. Oh wait, I went to a pitch competition a few weeks ago. A pitch competition?
You had 2 minutes to pitch a business idea in front of judges. The best pitch won a prize.
Ooh,
Cool.
sounds interesting. I'll have to watch out for them.
Good, because Dr. Rhodes requires it for his class.
Ooh.
I don't know if there are any more lined up for this semester, but there should be a couple next year at least.
Suddenly I'm suspicious of whether you actually found it interesting, or if you're just trying to put a good face on things.
Hey, at least it's better than one of those capstone courses that requires you to do your own case study. I heard one that requires majors to get into groups and form a business together.
My last roommate was a computer science major.
For their capstone course, they had to make a usable piece of software. That sounds easier than starting a business.
Scary stuff.
At least we're almost done. And speaking of which, I'm just about done with these nachos too. What about you? Ready to leave?
Weren't you going to get seconds, order the most delicious thing on the menu, and take advantage of my kindness?
Yeah, but
He glances towards the window.
I think I'll take a rain check on that.
I follow his gaze. It's darker out than I expected. While we were idling away in conversation, it got late. My stomach flips. Chatting with Edwin about classes was so normal, so routine, that I almost forgot my situation. There's a killer out there somewhere.
How about it?
If you want, we can walk back to campus to get my car, and I'll drive you to your apartment. But if you'd rather call a cab or something, I understand.
I'll walk with you.
Great.
He reaches for the checks, but I snatch them away from him. My treat, remember? Even with the rain check.
Oh, thank you for coming, Crystal Ruby. You get some rest.
The night air is cold, but not freezing yet. Still, I'm glad I have a coat. We aren't the only ones walking down the sidewalk, fortunately. People are entering and leaving restaurants, entering shops or going window shopping, and more. A couple passes us with a barking poodle that strains to run to us, and I can't help but smile. Then we reach an empty stretch of sidewalk. No one is around us. It suddenly feels colder. Ooh, I'm starting to get a little tired.
Hey, do you remember what shop used to be here?
Huh?
What? Oh, some sort of boutique, I think. I never shopped there.
Yeah.
Same.
The buildings around us become houses and apartments as we walk towards campus. Most of the windows are dark and quiet. Cars pass by, but as the sidewalk veers away from the road, they grow distant. The longer we walk, the harder it becomes to avoid areas that aren't well lit. Edwin knows these streets better than I do, so he's probably chosen the fastest path. It makes me nervous nonetheless. I can't help but move a little closer to him. He. Suddenly, he pauses and looks around. What's wrong? You better not say you think we're lost. My attempt at levity falls short, as the words sound hollow in the wind whipping around us, especially when I see Edwin's drawn expression. Oh.
I think someone's following us.
What are you talking about?
I look over my shoulder, but the street seems as quiet and empty as it did a minute ago. All the same, a creepy sensation crawls over my skin. I don't see anyone.
Me neither. Just, can't you feel that? The sense of someone watching?
Maybe you're just being paranoid.
Maybe.
Yet he moves towards me with a wary glance around, as if he thinks he can shield me. His caution makes me more nervous. It's all too easy to imagine that figure from the pool lurking in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike. My stomach lurches at the thought. The lights here are too far apart for good lighting. We cross into a dark section, and my skin crawls. A soft sound reaches me. I can't tell what it is. It could be an animal, or it could be the killer.
It's just a cat.
The hair on the back of my neck stands up. It's not just Edwin anymore. I can feel it too. Someone is out there, watching us. Eh! Edwin grabs my arm and breaks into a sprint. We race through the alleyway, where the shadows seem to close in on us even more. This way! Edwin pulls me out of the alley, and we find ourselves on campus near the history building. Walking out front is a small group of people. Are we safe? No, the killer wouldn't give up that easily. How far is the parking lot from here? Too far. He glances around, then nods towards the building on our right. We run to the side door, which fortunately isn't locked. Do you have a plan? We're taking a shortcut. I'm not sure an empty building is much better than the alley. Shh, keep your voice down. The floorboards creak with every step, but at the end of the hall, a door opens into a carpeted room. It appears to be a sort of lobby area, with several other doors leading to other rooms and halls. Edwin picks one at random, and we cut through a classroom. From there, we head down one more hall, and then we reach the door leading to the outside. If we're still being followed, I hope this is enough to lose them. Outside, we continue at a brisk pace. The wind picks up, but I don't hear any sign of pursuit. Soon we reach an area with more people. Edwin heads towards a line of fraternity houses. As we near them, he slows down. The road curves, and his house appears around the corner. It's one of the older buildings on campus and has retained its original style, despite having been renovated a couple years back. It sure looks fancy. I wonder what his fees are like. Wait, why am I thinking about things like that when something about his fraternity has become much more important to me recently? Is there a reason we're here? I need to get something from my room. Also, I was thinking, considering what just happened, it might be safer if you stay here for the night instead of making the trip home. Here?
Seriously?
In a giant house full of suspects in my case? Oh yeah. I'll sneak you in. No one will know you're here, and it's the last place they'd expect you to hide out, right? That makes a warped sort of sense. More importantly, he's asking if I want to stay over at his place. Alone? I can still drop you off at your apartment if you'd rather. Just grab what you need, and I'll think about it on the way. Despite my misgivings, this is pretty. Oh, this is nice. Despite my misgivings, the inside has an undeniably cozy feel. It's warm, with a design that feels somehow old-timey. Is there not music playing, or? Okay. The music's kind of weird. Sometimes it's too loud, sometimes it's not. It could be the detective. The killer could be one of the detectives. Despite my misgivings, the inside has an undeniably cozy feel. It's warm, with a design that feels somehow old-timey, and a winding staircase greets us in the foyer. Several hallways and community areas spread out beyond it, with a big group of students sitting off to our right drinking and playing cards. It's nice here. A lot nicer than my apartment. Edwin hustles me up the staircase before I can look around. Yeah, we're supposed to be sneaking in here. So, when he said sneak, he meant hurry up the stairs as fast as possible and hope no one sees me, huh? On the second floor, he walks up to a door and fiddles with his keys. Actual keys, not electronic ones like my apartment uses, or like I've seen for the dorms or on campus. This must be one of the things they didn't update in the renovations. I wonder if that's safer or not safer. Footsteps down the hallway make me glance over my shoulder in alarm, but Edwin gets the door open and pulls me inside. Phew. For the record, that wasn't sneaking. He groans and runs a hand over his face.
It's not like I've done this sort of thing before. I figured I'd just do what I've seen other guys do when they want to sneak in a girl. With each subsequent word, he falters more and more, until he finally looks away, his cheeks flushed. If you saw them, it sounds like that wasn't the best example of how to sneak either. Ah! Oh, really? Has Hyun's, Silver Yumi? Hyun's dojo updated already? Goodness. I think the developers saw my video playing their game and they enjoyed it. Yeah, if you saw them, then they didn't do a good job of sneaking. Never mind. Fortunately, even if anyone saw us, that's probably what they'll assume you were doing. Sneaking someone in to spend the night. Oh, I'm saying that. Which you are, actually. Just let it go. Amused by how flustered he is, I decide to relent in my teasing. Edwin clears his throat. Anyway, here we are. What do you think? It's nice. It's very cozy. Pretty nice place you've got. Lucky getting a room all to himself. Regretting not pledging to somewhere now?
No.
Nope. I've seen some of the videos from the parties here. Come on, they're not all like that. Anyway, if you want to spend the night here, you can have my bed, and I'll sleep on the couch. Or I can sleep in my bed while you sleep on the couch, whichever. Didn't we come here because you needed something? Oh. Well, you get whatever it is, I'm going to call the police. Huh? What for? Not on you, you idiot. We should report that someone was watching us. What? We didn't even see the person. Will the police even take a report like that seriously? Detective Singh might, considering the circumstances. What if the person following us was Detective Singh?
I don't know.
I guess so. I take a seat on his bed and get out my phone. Oh, that's the bed? I didn't even see it there. While I dial, he heads to his closet and begins digging through his stuff. Singh isn't in at the moment, so I leave a message explaining the rough details of what happened. By the time I finish, Edwin is also done. He watches me from the closet door until I put my phone away, then sits down beside me. On the bed. Just two friends, sitting together on a bed. Nothing weird here, nothing to be embarrassed about. Oh, thank you so much, Small Bento Sakura. I pulled out the pomps for this one. I'll get straight to the point. I don't want to have to keep worrying about you.
Thank you.
That's fine. I have enough worry for both of us. More seriously, there's not really anything you can do about it, unless you're going to suggest something crazy like investigating the case ourselves because you think we could do a better job than the police. That's exactly what you're thinking, isn't it?
No.
Don't be ridiculous. That would be way too dangerous. Then what exactly were you thinking? This. Is it a gun? This is what I came here to get. He pulls something out of his jacket pocket. It's a knife. A knife with a gorgeous, decorative handle. The knife Singh and the police questioned him about. Your knife? I usually keep it in a box, so it's not like I'll miss it. I'm not sure I've had it out at all since I pledged here.
Be careful.
For now, I want you to have it. It's not the best knife for self-defense, but it's all I have. I don't think we should take that. I don't think we should take that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know it must be weird for you to take a knife like this after, well, you know, but I'll feel a lot better knowing you have it.
I hold out my hand, and he presses the handle into it. The knife is light, but the grooves on the handle make it slightly easier to grip. I flick the blade out. One edge is jagged, the serrated blade that caused all this fuss over it. It's not even 4 inches long. In my memory, it seems so much bigger. This is definitely the same kind of knife, though. I can see it now. That didn't look like that didn't... Where's that evidence? I don't know. This would be a question for someone else. This is definitely the same kind of knife, though. I can see it now. A shudder rips through me. Something this small killed 4 people. Edwin places his arm on the bed behind me and leans closer. I'm sure this will be over soon, but until then, I want you to have some kind of protection when you're alone. Just when I'm alone? Well, when you're with me, I can protect you. Remind me again who has me hiding out in a building full of suspects. Being here with me is safer than being home alone, isn't it? Even with a patrol car outside my apartment? Speaking of which, I hope it doesn't cause a problem when I don't show up tonight. I mentioned in my report that I'd be spending the night at a friend's place, so hopefully that message will get passed along to the right people. The last thing I need is to get home and learn I'm considered a missing person. I clear my throat. Anyway, I'm only staying for one night. Things are safe enough at my apartment that I should be fine there. How are you so calm about this? Would you prefer I freak out? Well, it's not like I want you to be upset, but that'd be the normal reaction, wouldn't it? Your nonchalance makes me worry you aren't taking this seriously. Did it ever occur to you that I'm trying not to panic? I know. It's just, I want you to know that I'm here for you. You can talk to me, even when you're feeling down. Especially then, in fact. I want to be someone you can rely on. Oh, Adrian. He shakes his head with a rueful laugh. You thank me, but that doesn't mean you'll listen. Despite his words, his expression is soft. He leans a little closer still. He's close enough now that a hint of his cologne reaches me. A subtle scent with a hint of spice. I can't remember ever smelling it before, so it must be new. Is that evidence? Or maybe we've just never been this close before. Embarrassed, I clear my throat. So, you're going to protect me? Without your knife? I never used it anyway. Somehow I never had you figured for fisticuffs. He snorts.
I'll
Well, he
protect
did
you
say
no matter what.
He did say he goes to the gym sometimes. I wonder if there is an ending where you get framed. I don't know. Like, if your lover does turn out to be the killer, what kind of ending could you get then? I don't need to beat up the killer. I just need to protect you long enough for you to run to safety. Aww. And by safety, don't tell me you mean... The ghost of a smile dances over his lips. My room is always a good option. Right back to hiding in a building full of suspects, huh? Fine, then I'll learn how to fight. I'll do whatever it takes to protect you. The seriousness in his voice takes me back. You're really worried, aren't you? Of course I am. Adrian, do you remember when we first met? Huh? Let me see. That would have been in intro to... Wait, no. It was at orientation, wasn't it? Yep. You lost your schedule, so we ended up sharing. Hey, now, get the record straight. I didn't lose anything. I dropped it in a puddle on my way inside. The hand-holding is now evidence. Why it had to rain so much on our orientation day, I'll never know. I know, right? We shared an umbrella after that, too. Aww. Not that it helped much. My umbrella was only designed for one person.
so it could only keep each of us half dry. We were both soaked by the time we got across campus to the dining hall. A smile tugs at my lips. The weather was miserable, but I had fun. I was nervous about coming here, you know. Wait, you were? You? I find it hard to imagine Edwin being nervous about something like that. He seems to get along with everyone, even enough to even join a fraternity. Yet he nods with a slight laugh. You don't know how much of a relief it was to make a friend that first day. I had no idea. You've been through so much since then. I've spent more time with you than just about anyone else on campus.
I suppose we've had our share of adventures.
There's no one else like you, Adrian.
Oh.
You're irreplaceable. I don't want you to be alone. Not even once this is over. I want to be there for you. Always.
This better end up with us making out on his bed.
In what way does he mean that? His voice carries hints of something more than friendship. My heart skips a beat.
Edwin, do you...
Save. I hesitate.
I can't ask like this. Not tonight. Not when I'm spending the night in his room. Asking about his feelings now would make things more awkward than they are already, no matter what his answer is.
What?
I need to ask something else. So, new cologne?
Huh?
Am I wrong? It didn't seem familiar to me, so I thought... Probably should have asked if he locked the door, but trying to keep this romantic. No, you're right. I picked it out just yesterday. I just had no idea you'd notice. I didn't realize you were even paying attention. Dude, you're all up on me. I didn't think... He must realize he's babbling, because he falls silent with an awkward laugh. Looks like I diverted the topic well enough. Anyway, I guess we should get some sleep. Right. So, I can lend you some pajamas if you want. You can change in the bathroom. Are we even the same size? For just one night. Doesn't matter. Just give me a big old t-shirt.
Fair enough.
Edwin opens a drawer and tosses me a set of flannel pajamas decorated with Christmas trees. I raise my eyebrows in surprise at the style, but take them into the bathroom and get changed. As I worried, we aren't the same size. But he's right. It's just for one night. Oof. When I leave the bathroom, Edwin is already lying on the couch with a pillow and blankets. Decided to take the couch, huh? Since you're my guest, it's only fair that you get the bed.
Thank you.
Thanks. Good night, Edwin.
Good night, Adrian.
See you tomorrow.
Don't worry about a thing. Thursday. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here, if I may. We may be just... We may be... Don't... We may be just 2 days away. Ooh, I'm getting tired. We may be just 2 days away from the ending, but I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, 2 streams in a row where you get suspiciously sized clothing for a sleepover. Whew. Okay, well, I really do gotta stop here. I'm getting tired. I'm getting sleepy. I'm an old woman. I gotta lay down. But this is really good so far. I don't really know how we're gonna tell who the murderer is. I don't know if they're just gonna say, surprise, I'm the murderer, or if we're just gonna have to use the evidence and the clues, but it could be any of these jokers here. I wonder if it could be me. I wonder if no, because I was a witness. Sorry about the cliffhanger. Sorry. But Natasha does seem really suspicious because she knew the swimmers and she had kind of bad blood between them. But I also suspect that Detective Singh. I don't know. But it could be anyone so far. It could be anyone. Oh yeah, go get actual food and not just eat brownies. But in case anyone's just now joining us, this is Drops of Death. This is a visual novel where it's a murder mystery, but the murderer is randomized, so every time you play, the murderer is someone different, and there's a chance that you could be falling in love and flirting with the person who is the murderer. So I don't know if Edwin will turn out to be the murderer. I don't know, we'll just have to see. I just really, really liked that picture I found of him and put that on the thumbnail because I thought it was cute. But we'll definitely continue this next week. September whenever. I'll try to schedule the live stream immediately and not forget. Sus-size pajamas. That's a good one, the Apothecary Diaries. Whew. But this game is available on Steam. I don't think it's very expensive if you'd like to try it yourself. But it's available on Steam. And I'm really excited to see how this turns out. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's always fun playing games with you guys. I always get so nervous on Saturdays. Thank you to anyone who's lurking. Thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you to everyone who wanted to be here but couldn't be here right now. I still appreciate it. Aw, Bleach Party, yeah. Yeah, you did. I'm sorry. We're playing Drops of Death where the murderer is randomized and we don't know who the murderer is, and we might just be flirting with the murderer. A VOD? I don't know what a VOD means, but you'll be able to watch this after I turn this off. You'll be able to rewatch the stream if you like. Whew. But yeah, I gotta lay down, and you know, maybe eating a pound of brownies isn't a good idea. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna lay down and I'm gonna eat some actual food because I ate a bunch of brownies. Ooh. But I hope everyone gets some rest. I hope everyone eats some good food, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.